What's going down? Yeah. What's poppin', everybody? I hope everybody is having an amazing day because, baby, it is hot like fish grease. Okay, they are issuing a heat wave, honey. I don't know what is going on. The sun damn near beat the hell out of people today. So I hope y'all are somewhere in somebody air condition, honey, somebody pool, just get you somewhere and get cool. Cause man, oh man, it's gonna be one of them summers I see. And I used to love the summer when I was a little girl, but I guess that's only because I was away from school. But now it's just another hot ass day that don't nobody want to be a part of. So I guess that season is upon us. But yeah, what is going on, y'all? There is some mess going on around the town, and we're gonna get into it. I don't know if any of y'all had an opportunity to check out Keyshawn's podcast. I think it's up in there or up there, but shout out to him and them. We're going to talk about some of that too. A couple pieces I saw. I was like, all right, Keyshawn, I see you, I guess. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too. Honey, little Ryan, honey, he done made his way on Jimmy Kimball. All right now, Ryan, mama, we made it. Okay. All right, crossing over. That's what I'm talking about, Ryan. Get that money. Yeah, I got a couple questions about him and that kind of been announcement. We're gonna get into that too. Just a couple questions. Mother and her questions, right? I know y'all tired of me and my damn questions. We're gonna get into some news. It's not really that much news, but I did see a few things that I wanted to talk about. And obviously the Claressa Shields story is continuing to unfold. She is the gift that keeps on giving. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I tried to download the video that, from what I'm seeing, people are saying started it all. But for whatever reason, when I save something on my phone on X and I try to go to it on my laptop, it don't like connect. I don't know. They need to get that together. I don't know what's happening with all of that. Elon Musk, yeah, get that together. Whoever own that now, get that together because that's weird. So I don't know. I'll be trying to find it, I guess, while we're going through the show. But before we get to that part of it, anyway, people were like, "Oh, this is what started it all." So I was like, "Oh, I gotta definitely bring that up because I saw it a while ago." But I guess they never were able to catch up with each other or whatever the case may be. But we'll get into that foolishness, and then y'all can tell me if y'all think Lily should be doing what she's doing. We're gonna see, because I know I'm getting a lot of mixed energy when it comes to that whole situation. So we're gonna see, and we're gonna talk about the difference between the street clearly and in the ring, because clearly some of y'all don't know the damn difference. But we'll talk about it. Makes no sense to me how some of y'all brain patterns think, but nevertheless, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with our news like we always do, because I gotta let y'all know what's going on. These people out here acting crazy, and I gotta let y'all know who acting crazy and why. So first up on our news, well, he not necessarily acting crazy, but I think this is a stretch. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So what in the world? I didn't upload that. Ugh, makes me sick when I forget to do that. Anyway, Eddie Hearns is out here saying that fans don't realize how good Ben Whitaker really is. Now, Ben Whitaker, he is going to be on that undercard come next month of Boots and Xander. He's going to be facing Richie Riviera. Now, Richie Riviera, he ain't fought since I think it was January of 2025, and then he previously lost to Louis Tejada and then Badu Jack. So he has 2 losses on his record. He hasn't fought since 2025, but this is going to be Ben Whitaker's opponent on the 27th in New York. Eddie Hearns, I'm assuming, is attempting to make him like a crossover situation, try to test his waters in the American market. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Ben Whitaker is all that bad, but the dancing in the ring kind of throws me. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of like how David Morrell was doing when he got clipped those last 2 times. Well, this last time he got stopped, but before that, y'all remember when he was on the Puello card, the undercard of who was the headline? Was that the Belonga card where it was like Puello and all of them? But he got clipped in that fight in the second round because he was in there playing around. Ben Whitaker, I just, I would want him to be just a little bit more serious. I know you're supposed to have fun, but just be a little bit more serious in that ring because you can get clipped. You know what I'm saying? Playing around and doing all that dancing and all that other kind of stuff. Say that for your ring walk, baby, okay? And your victory dance after. But let's kind of try and leave the dancing out of the ring if we could, please. Let me see something. Oh, Well, y'all know by now, MVP has banned Miss Shields, and we're going to talk more about that. But I do want to just read their statement. So give me a second. I'm trying to blow it up for myself because they little writing child stressing me right on out. Or maybe I'll just put it on the screen and just read it back here for myself. Cause oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it like that. Hold on a second, y'all. Cause so I'll be trying to blow it up because they words is very little, and I know they got to make room because they had a whole bunch to say. I guess. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Man, I'm gonna be wearing glasses trying to read this thing. Okay. So, as we know, they issued a statement. I believe it was last night or at least in the evening of some sorts. So it's the statements that I'm pulling it up on a different screen because that's just way too small for me to be trying to read. But so they banned her. It says Most Valuable Promotions is aware of the incident during MVP's Rousey versus Carano event Saturday night involving physical contact by Claressa Shields towards Alycia Baumgardner. MVP maintains a strict zero tolerance policy for hostile, threatening, or aggressive behavior towards fighters, staff, media, or guests at any of our events. Physical altercations outside the ring or cage are unacceptable in any MVP environment. MVP does not condone, tolerate, or accept Claressa Shields' behavior in that setting. It reflects poorly on MVP and women's sports, which we have worked tirelessly to uplift. So basically, they're saying you out here making us look bad. We at the Netflix child, you acting like we at the fish fry down the block. So they banned her. We're going to get into that a little bit later. I don't want to read all of that. And then, of course, Alycia released her statement as well. And we're going to, we're going to talk about Alicia's statement in just a second. But they both released some type of statements regarding the incident. And we'll see. We'll see. We're going to talk about it. Here, let me move this because I want to get into let's see. I know you lying. Now, where in the world? This is ridiculous. I could have sworn I put this on a damn thing. Anyway, Jack Catterall says Gia Soft's title fight came out of the blue. Now, this is for the WBA regular world title. This is going to be on the undercard of Usyk versus the kickboxer man. Okay. And then, that's the card that we have coming this weekend. He's on the 23rd, the Usyk versus Rico card. Let me see. Who else? This is just unbelievable to me. What in the world? Why? I knew this was going to happen. Andy Hiroka calls out Shakur, Tio, Rowley, and Conabin after his loss to Antoine Russell. And that was one of the names that was being mentioned before with Shakur. Like, why don't he fight Andy Hiroka? Because Andy Hiroka gave he gave Gary a pretty tough fight, I thought. So, that would have been a competitive fight for Shakur. But obviously he hasn't really said whether or not he was going to stay at 140. We know he's trying to get up out of there. So I don't know if he's even looking to entertain fights that are at the 140-pound division. So we'll see what he decides to do. And then this way we can see what fights to be made for him. Oh, there go that damn, I'm going to have to give me some glasses or make this thing bigger. Anyway, Frank Warren, he says that the Wardley versus Dubois rematch could land in the stadium. Now, Wardley activated his rematch clause like immediately, basically just days after the loss. So we'll be looking to see when this fight gets made again for the rematch. Now, I don't know why people were starting to say I'm not even going to mention it because I couldn't find any facts to confirm it. I didn't see any VADA letters out saying nobody passed or failed, nothing. So I don't know why people say the things that they say, but nevertheless, like I told y'all, Ryan Garcia, honey, he was on Jimmy Kimmel. He made his little tired announcement. And let me see, did I get it? Oh, I did get it. Hold on. Like I said, Ryan, he know how to capitalize on his fame, his attractiveness. He's I mean, say what you want about Ryan. He's likable. He's presentable. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, he's trying to really grow his fan base. He's on the Jimmy Kimmel show with his belt. He's so proud that he finally won him a belt, honey. And yeah. But I do got some questions, and we're going to get into my questions a little later. But I just wanted to let y'all know Ryan has made it official. Him and Conor Ben will be fighting on the 12th. That is a jam-packed day, ain't it, y'all? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ain't Canelo on that day, too? Okay. Well, let the best Mexican win, I guess. I don't know. But we shall see. Let's go ahead and get to the upcoming fights for the remainder of the month. I'm a little excited for the last card. I mean, the 30th got like 3 or 4 different cards on it, so we're gonna be flippity flippity flippity. But on the 22nd, y'all, don't forget, I know it hasn't been heavily pushed, but I did see like his little promo on his channel. I don't know if I can play it because I don't want to get flagged. I think it was like a Golden Boy promo or something. I don't know how Oscar be playing, and y'all know I'm on probation, so I don't get on probation till the end of the month. But Amari Jones, he's going against Vicinio. I don't know how to pronounce this man's last name, and I hate when I mispronounce people's names because I hate when people mispronounce mine. But I think it was Galtieri. It's a 12-round middleweight fight. This is going to be in San Jose, California. If y'all in the Cali area, if y'all haven't gotten y'all tickets, it is going to be premiering on DAZN 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and then 5 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay, also on the undercard, Robin Safar versus Yamel Palate. That's a cruiserweight. John Scrappy Ramirez versus Lucas Fernandez. That's a super flyweight. I don't know any of these people. Darius Fogum versus Yaneli Urata, super middleweight. And Jordan Panthram versus Gene Rivera Pacheco. That's a middleweight. So that is his card. He is the headline. This is his first time headlining a Golden Boy card. He's excited. He's saying that, Golden Boy, basically they keeping his word. He keeps showing up and showing out, and they doing the same for him. So shout out to Amari Jones. I always liked him. I think he's a really good fighter. And I can't wait to see what he does on Friday night. So that's what's up. And that's one way to kick off our weekend full of fights, right? And then on Saturday, damn kickboxing foolishness. On the 23rd, on DAZN pay-per-view, of course, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Alexander Usyk will face Rico Verhoeven, which is a heavyweight fight. On the undercard, you have Hamza Shiraz versus Aleem Bekic, and that's for a WBO title. And then Jack Catterall versus Shakram Giasov, and we know those are Devin Haney's mandatory and Rolly Romero's mandatory, and that's for the WBO welterweight. Now we're gonna talk about that card because I got a few other things I want to mention about that, but let's finish out the month. So then we have on the 30th, we have Dimitri Bivol versus Michael Afart. This is for his this is mandatory. This is for all his belts. What is it? The IBF, the WBO, and the WBA. Okay, that's gonna be on DAZN at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. Let me see. Yeah. And then also the O'Shaquie Foster. This is the card I really want to see. O'Shaquie Foster versus Raymond Forward. This is for the WBC junior lightweight. That's at 8 o'clock Saturday night. Now on that undercard, we got Amari Jones versus Alan Sanchez. We got Zaquin Moses right up out. He fighting again. Travis Crawford. And then Frank Espinoza versus Bryce Blackwell. That's on the undercard of O'Shaquie Foster and Ray Ford. That's not a bad undercard. I was a little concerned at first because at first they hadn't announced who was going to be on the undercard. And I was like, oh man, I hope they make the undercard pretty good. Because remember, originally they were on the undercard. They were supposed to be on the undercard of that Keith Thurman and Fundora card, but then that card got pushed because I think it was Fundora hurt itself or Thurman, one of them hurt themselves. So they ended up getting off that card altogether. So this is the, I guess, pushback version of that card. So, oh no, wait. So that was Foster and Stephen Fulton. What am I talking about? This is because the protection program for Shakur is so strong that Raymond Ford decided to throw his hat in the ring to prevent O'Shaquie from fighting Shakur. So this is that fight. I'm sorry, I got the two mixed up. Also on the 30th, we have another women's card. Amanda Serrano is back in the ring versus Shanae Hansen for the WBA and the WBO featherweight titles. Also on that card is Stephanie Hahn versus Holly Holm for the WBA lightweight. So there are 3 fights on the 30th taking place throughout the whole day. So y'all should be busy, busy, busy. Okay, on Friday and Saturday with some fights. All right, now, like I said, that other fight is on the DAZN pay-per-view. I gotta check. I didn't even see how much it costs, but I'm gonna check in. Okay, Cam. I didn't see how much it costs. I'll go back and look, y'all. If y'all care to pay for that fight, I'll go back and check, and then I'll post it on the community board for y'all. Because I forgot. Well, you know what it is? I know why I didn't write it down, because the DAZN pay-per-view, that's that bundle package junk that they be doing. You know how they give you, like, if you buy it for the whole year, I think it was like $495 or something like that. But then, which is crazy, because I feel like if you already paid $19.99 a month, why should I still have to pay for your pay-per-views? What are you giving me that's so special? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, it's on the DAZN pay-per-view. So we'll see. And see what I'm saying? Like, when I check my my inbox on my computer, it says nothing. But then if I go to my phone and check, I see the like, they got to get this together. That's real raggedy. I can't stand stuff like that. That is so raggedy. Why not have them connected and they're the same app? It's like, that makes zero sense to me. Anyway, oh, this is the video that I was trying to save, but I couldn't because, what is this? Oh my goodness. See, I can't even pull this up on the screen, Cam. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yes, that is very interesting. It appears as if Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez live gate was 3.7 million. Let me see something. That's very interesting. Okay, we're gonna get into that a little bit. Let me see what's going on before I get into this main show. Let me see who up in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button as y'all ball through here. I got a couple clips for us to talk about, and then hopefully I can find a way to connect the one from the internet on my doggone, because for whatever reason my phone is saying that it's reached capacity with all my stuff. I don't know how. I delete the videos after I upload them to make room for other videos, and it just still. Anyway, all things, what's up, baby? Hey, Lee, how you doing? How y'all doing today? Yes, honey. Cam on the money line was popping with you. Miss Joette, head of security. I feel safer already. Malik 999, how you doing, baby? How y'all doing? Jamie from New York. Hey, baby, how you been? I ain't seen you in a while. I hope everything is okay. GHBTV. What's popping? Mr. Shelton. Hi, Mr. Shelton. Cash. My goodness. Dragon, what's popping? Hey, DG, what's up with you? I ain't seen you in a minute either. I hope y'all all right, man. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, baby. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna drop the link a little later too. I just want to get through some other stuff that I saw I wanted to talk about. Hey, Trey Skills, how you doing, baby? I hope everybody is doing well, man. Stay up out this heat for sure. Cause baby, hey Des, where you been, my boy? What's up with it? Hi, Roja. How you doing? Yes, I did see that, baby. That I wanted to actually bring up the other video, but I can't for whatever reason. My laptop X is not connected to my cell phone X. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, Unique Baddie, what's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, girl. How you doing, girl? Hey, C Sincere, how you doing? Boxer, yes. Oh, Lee, thank you for the $5. Let me give you your song, Lee. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, baby.
Oh shit, we about to make a little change up in here.
Appreciate you, Lee. Appreciate you. All right, let's get into these people, man. I don't know what is going on with some of these people, but we're gonna show enough find out today. Yeah, Jamie, I ain't seen you in a minute. I hope everything's okay. I know people be working and stuff, getting that money, you know what I'm saying? But I got some questions, right? Like I said, I don't know if y'all were able to watch his interview yesterday, but I have a couple of clips. And I also, the other one I got is on Instagram. I told y'all we're gonna be doing it together. I gotta find another. You know what I gotta do? I gotta find a charger for my old iPhone, and maybe I'll just use that for my videos and stuff. Cause man, oh man, oh man. But anyway. So this is I took a couple of clips because I don't want the show to be really too Keyshawn heavy because I feel like we talked about him enough after the fight. His performance, like I said, it was good, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, he was disappointed that he didn't get to knock Nair out. I wasn't, because no one has ever done that. And Nair is a tough out for anybody. I've said this 1,000 times. I feel like Nair gave Keyshawn his toughest fight both times that they fought. He almost knocked Frank out. If that wasn't for that pesky mouth guard, you know what I'm saying? He might have got the job done against Frank Martin. Nair Albright is definitely not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. However, I really don't see a lot of levels in his game, which, you know, as I said before, could force him to be gatekeeper status. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because like I said, he's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think like they're a little more biased towards the A side, which is natural. That was a top rank event. The last opportunity that he had, against a top-ranked fighter, which is Keyshawn's brother, Kelvin, we saw that he put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on him. So they really couldn't kind of gank it from him. But nevertheless, this is Keyshawn. He was asked a series of questions. You know, they were kind of just talking. The interview was a cool little setting. You know, Keyshawn, he seems, you know, comfortable with the guy he was talking to. The guy, you could tell that he doesn't really know a lot about boxing, but you could tell he's interested in learning. And he did do a little bit of research on Keyshawn. But this was him when he asked about Turkey, because I guess, you know, like I said, he was doing research and he was like, he's getting mixed signals or mixed communication about some people liking Turkey, some people not liking Turkey. So this was Keyshawn's response to the Turkey Alycia question about his presence in boxing.
These people are playing in the future with him, right? They're not talking necessarily about what's happening now. They're saying that it's headed somewhere. But even me, with having that type of mindset, I still can't really see. They're saying it's headed to a bad place. Like, I really can't see that. You know what I'm saying? I think
like that's more so just the people, bro. Like people that don't know nothing about boxing, or that's probably just getting into it, or people that just don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could be in it, but they don't know what your actual Turkey got going on. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't, bro. Turkey not doing nothing bad, bro. Like at all.
And you're in the business.
I fuck with Turkey. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been around him, shook his hand. I'm one of his brand ambassadors. Dope. You know what I mean? Like, he's actually like a cool guy.
Right.
Like, before I even signed his brand ambassador deal, it's like a sponsorship deal. You know what I mean? Like, he checked everybody in the room. He know what he's signing? Are you sure he know what he's signing? I looked at Turkey like, oh, this is different.
Yes.
Ain't no ever.
Yes.
So I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah, I respect that.
So I get where Keyshawn is coming from, right? And it is like, of course, the boys that's getting like I'm not gonna say overpaid, because listen, if you can negotiate it, you can get it, whatever, right? But I don't know if even the ones that are in the business, like Keyshawn, he seems like he may be like I said, I watched the interview and I was like, he seemed like he's a little, you know what I'm saying, maybe smarter than most when it comes to the business, but does he really? You can't really tell me you know a person's true intentions, and none of us do. Right. So I'm not sitting up here saying I know Turkey's true intentions. I can just see by what happens in his country, the way they look at women, some of their laws, and then who he aligned himself with when he came over here, what they're trying to do to the Ali Act. All of those things, in my opinion, are suspicious. All of those things don't tell me that you have the best intentions for the sport. Right. So it's just everybody, I guess, is going to have their own opinion. But listen, Keyshawn is a fighter. He's saying that he's cool with it. He's saying that, hey, you know, what Turkey Alycia is doing for boxing is what's up. He never had an issue. But I do want to say there have been situations. I remember Teofimo, you know, he complained about the promotion of his fight for the New York card. He complained somewhat about the pay. Remember when he went on his, I don't know, he was on Punch Drunk or he was on his own live, and he was like, I just don't want anything to happen to my family, so I'm not going to say anything bad. Like little things like that. Even when you know, he tried to hit him with the okie doke. You tell me one thing, another thing's on the contract. Shakur had previously mentioned the same thing. So it's little things that are being dropped that just suggest that maybe it ain't all love. You know, that's all I'm saying. You got to pay attention to both sides, you know. But he getting his little coin, so I guess, I don't know. He was asked about the sanctioning bodies and all the belts and what he thought about the whole situation. And you know, I like Keyshawn. I'm not gonna change my mind. I like Keyshawn. Damn it, I don't care.
To need to have fights. they need us to keep needing to have fights so they can just throw a dog a bone. If we're financial literate and really holding on to our bread, we can be like, I don't gotta fight. Like,
make the deal better. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, without us, ain't nobody gonna pay to watch Joe Schmo.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So at the end, like 9 times, you ever seen a fighter buy a Rolls Royce before they fought, or they did that shit after?
After.
You ever seen a fighter go buy like a good ass diamond chain, diamond watch before a fight, or they did it after? Think about it. You understand what I'm saying? So promoters love to see that shit. They love for us to keep, like you said, consuming. Because now we got to consume another check.
Yes.
We don't have to, but we kind of need it.
Yeah, because I got you spending. Like you were saying, you come to that realization that, oh shit, I have to spend money. I got enough for me, but my lifestyle is calling for me to spend. And that's where they hope you get desperate, because you're not financially literate and you take these fights for pennies on the dollar.
So that was him, I guess, talking about, I guess, fighters who need the fight and being financially responsible with their money. And, you know, I guess he's referring to some of the guys who don't really make a lot of money, or how they spend their money and then have to, you know, get back in the ring. I don't know. This generation of boxers, in my opinion, is just different. They just different. I'm just coming to the realization that they don't really have that desire to be, the best. Because he also made a comment like he just wants to fight. You know, the weight stuff is not really for him, and I can get like the politics, but the business of boxing is what, you know, is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a business. So you kind of have to know at least how to navigate your way through it in order to be successful in it. You know what I'm saying? And just blowing weight and being unprofessional for fights that you don't really want to fight, that's really not the way to do it, you know, because God forbid, you know, you and Top Rank don't work out, you know, it's out there that you barely make weight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not as mentally stable as you should be, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations. And he did speak about going through a lot of things, you know, losing one of his brothers. So I definitely, you know, shout out to him for that, because I wasn't aware of that. But you know, just being, I guess, being alert and aware. You always gotta listen. You may just be a fighter, or some of these fighters may just be like, man, I just want to fight. But yo, let me tell you something. You better always make sure your business is right. Don't you ever trust nobody else to make sure your business is correct. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be you that wears the brunt of whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Look at Mike Tyson. He done went broke letting other people handle his business. We don't really know Mayweather's financial situation, but pay attention to your business, because that's what matters the most. Yeah, you want to get in the gym and you want to make sure you're nice with your hands so that you have a life after boxing. But hell, if somebody's stealing all your money because you ain't reading your paperwork, what good is that life after boxing? You're going to have to go do something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I understand what he means when he talks about the sanctioning bodies and they got their hands out for the money. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more when I get to Usyk behind, because I ain't forget about him either. Don't worry about that. I got it. But this I also thought was very interesting when he said this.
Paul coming up and did he got pulled.
That nigga definitely did.
What do you think about those kind of fights? Would you take one of those now, or would you wait until, you know, you get further in your career? And what's your thought process on those kind of Netflix influencer, quasi real boxer kind of threw in the mix?
I think times is changing and we just gotta adapt to it. And I think, like you were just saying off camera, like, don't be emotional. Like, don't be emotional because these influencers coming here bringing all these fans with the money. Shit, fight one of these. You know what I mean? So I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it, bro. I think times is changing. That's what it's changing into. You know what I mean? So yes, I will fight an influencer if they, you know, offer me something, for sure.
Ain't that interesting? Because I could have sworn he was amongst the ones saying that Tank was playing and disrespecting the sport for wanting to fight Jake Paul. You see, these boys they don't pay attention to what it is that they say. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all there is to that. But oh, hey, Miss GWOAT done sent another super chat too. All right, now, Miss GWOAT, I see you, Miss GWOAT. I appreciate you.
Oh shit, we about to make a little change up in here.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Joette for sure with the super chat. He ain't handling nothing, can't handle turkey my ass. He ain't handling a damn thing. Um Hey Brian, how you doing, baby? Yes. Ramon, what's going on? Yeah, that's that's so weird, but whatever. Now, this is the one that really caught my damn attention. Um we got to the part about Devin Haney. Of course, he made his comments about Devin. Let me see if I can share my screen because for whatever goddamn reason, it wouldn't download on my phone. I'm so sick of my phone already. And I hate buying extra space because it just annoys me. Let me see. So here we go. Ghetto Fab style. Let me see. I'm going to play this for us. Here we go. All right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, let me. I hate when the volume's on. Okay.
Do you think he was robbed of some of his confidence, of some of his pizzazz? Will he ever be the same after something like that takes place?
You don't think he the same? The world don't think he the same? Word?
It doesn't feel the same. It feels like you remember the fight where he was kind of running around?
Yeah, for sure. When he fought in New York and shit.
Yeah, it was
outside.
like, what the fuck is he?
That was his first fight. That was his first fight back though.
Yeah, but still, I expect to see more than like that. It felt like a guy scrambled. His brain it's not settled. He didn't feel. It felt like just hyper. Like, you know what I mean? It just didn't feel right to me.
Feel it. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like this is a real answer. I never been knocked out, dropped, or embarrassed in professional and on a bright ass stage. I never been in that position. So I have no idea how I feel to come back off of that. I can't really speak on too much of that because I've never been in that position. Devin, to me, have a lot of fucking heart. In that fight, nigga kept getting up, kept fighting. He's still here and he's back on top. You know what I mean? Yes. So I give him a lot of credit as a fighter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that shit not easy to come back from.
Exactly.
But as far as like him being the same fighter, I always thought he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So that's just still how I feel. Like, you know what I mean?
I respect it. What do you think he lacks in though? Like, what makes him not good?
I just feel like first of all, like I go off mentalities when I go off a mentality. You know what I mean? He don't have that.
That dog.
He don't have that. And I know Devin since amateurs. The motherfuckers that have an MCM bags before I even knew what the fuck MCM was. That nigga always had it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So he don't got that hunk. Like he just want to be the greatest, but he don't come from the trenches. Like, you know what I mean? Like me, I don't want to be the greatest, but I will fuck you up though. You know what I mean? Like it's a difference. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. His mentality is just not when I'm on. You know what I mean? And then as far as like his skills, I feel like he is like one notch under great. He does everything good. He don't have nothing great in his arsenal. Everything is just okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Which makes him a good fighter. I always thought he wasn't.
Okay, so what do we think about Keyshawn's comments about Devin Haney? And I want to talk a little bit about Devin in just a second, but I thought that was interesting because as we know, Keyshawn, you know, he's been saying that he wants to fight Haney. You know, he's called Haney a duck before, and stuff like that. So he's definitely interested in that particular matchup. He also called out a few other guys, and we're going to talk about them in a second. But right now, I want to specifically talk about Devin because I did see Devin go on X, and he said that he wants Keyshawn, right? So here's my thing, and we spoke about this briefly, like before in passing, but now it just bears like the conversation, right? Because Devin Haney, he's been out of the ring since last November. You know, his last fight was against Brian Norman Jr., where he was successful. But Brian Norman Jr. just fought on Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? So, typically the one, you know, who loses, you would expect them to spend a little bit more time out of the ring since, you know, than the winner because they really took no damage. I mean, Brian didn't take no damage in that fight either, but you know what I mean? Just the fact that he lost. But Brian came back before Devin. You know what I'm saying? And Devin, we know that he's been struggling lately to find himself an opponent, right? Or so it would appear. I know Bill made an announcement, and we talked about this on the last show about Devin signing $100 million deal, but we're not sure with who or who's the opponent, how long the deal is. It was very vague, and I assume that Bill did that on purpose, you know what I'm saying, to keep his son's name buzzing. And that got me thinking, right? Like, they do that a lot to keep Devin name in circulation, right? They just throw out names, right? Like, he was trying to fight the boy name escapes my mind right now, but then it was the Rolly situation. They teetered around the Ryan rematch for 22 seconds. They put out the Shakur narrative, which was shot down immediately. It's like, so they constantly call out these guys. Doesn't really look like they're looking to really fight any of these guys. That brings us back to the hit list with at least 3 different weight classes on it, and Devin is at 147, which is where his focus should be, which in my perspective, that Rolly fight was a good fight to make for him. Originally, he said that the money was fine. Rolly had the platform. They were offering him 50-50 for unification. I'm still unclear as to how it all fell apart. But nevertheless, I know his fans like to say Devin doesn't duck anybody, but I really I see him calling out a lot of people, but he never really fights the guys that he calls out. So here's my thing, right? Before, he said he wanted to fight Xander at 154 pounds because Xander has 2 belts, right? Xander is now a unified champion. Big Xander, not the little one. He is now a unified champion. So I just want to know, is he going to keep that same energy come June 27th? Right? Regardless of who wins, I want to know if Devin Haney is going to go to New York to that fight, climb in that ring like Shakur did when he fought Loma, and challenge the winner of Xander versus Jerron Boots Ennis. And before y'all say that's at 154, he was willing to go to 154 before. So what would be the difference now? I would like to see Devin back in the ring, preferably before the end of the summer. I mean, he's been out of the ring for quite some time. It doesn't really look like he has an opponent lined up. As I told y'all, Jack Catterall and Giasov is fighting each other, and Jack Catterall was Devin's mandatory, and Giasov was Rolly's mandatory. And because those two were in some sort of conversation, I'm assuming their mandatories just said, well, the hell with it. Let's squabble up. So now that's putting both of them without a fight because of whatever the situation was that had this particular fight fall apart. They both kind of missed the boat with their mandatories. Rolly still does not have an announced opponent, and Devin still does not have an announced opponent. I know there's been talks about him possibly going over to Zuffa. There was some encrypted nonsense that Dana White had going on, but nothing concrete has come out yet, right? So the question is, who is Devin going to fight? Go to New York, June 27th, get in the ring and challenge the winner of Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas. I mean, either one of those fights would be acceptable. You were willing to go up to 154 pounds before to fight Xander. So if Xander wins, I mean, you can still keep that same energy. And if Boots wins, I definitely want to see you keep that same energy. So we will see what Devin decides to do. I'm still waiting for the details of that $100 million announcement because we still ain't got nothing concrete that came out of it. So we're going to see. No, Cash. We don't do that over here, baby. We don't do that over. Ain't nothing subject to change over this goddamn. Listen, fight dates. That's it. Fight dates are subject to change. That's about the only thing over here that's subject to change. Bub, are you okay today, baby? I have high expectations for Debo Zeb. I want him to go after Fundora. Beat him to face the winner of Xander and Boots. That's how they... Well, yes, but come on now. Y'all know we're not going to do that. Y'all know that ain't going to happen. Stop that. 100 million private for 10 years? No, they... Y'all, I don't understand why y'all do stuff like this to me. I don't... Oh, that's what I was supposed to write there. The Haney Magic. Okay. So let's get back to him, right? The Haney Magic show with no opponent in sight. Now, I just mentioned to y'all that his mandatory and Rolly's mandatory will be fighting each other on the undercard this Saturday with Alexander Usyk and Rico Verhoeven, right? So with that being said, y'all let me know, who do y'all think Devin should try and fight next, right? A realistic opponent. I don't really... listen, we don't know where Shakur is going to land, if he's trying to get back at 135, if he's going to stay at 140, what his next move is going to be. I know Jay Prince was saying that he's only going up to 144. That's it. So I don't know how many options he has there. We see that Ryan and Conor Ben are now both off of the table for Devin as well, because he's at 147. So I mean, it looks like he should just try and make his revisit the situation with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't see another fight for him lined up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by the Haney Magic Show, right? Like, no opponents appear. None of the ones that you call out seem to appear. And I don't think it's because they're ducking him. I mean, all of these guys that he wants to fight, he is an independent contractor. He is not signed to any major promotional company. So calling them out, he would have to send them a contract, but he is with Turkey, so that has to be a fight too that Turkey is interested in seeing. So who knows? But like I said, Brian already fought again, you know what I'm saying? And y'all fought each other in November, and he already fought again. So he really needs to kind of see which direction he's going to go in. But I am here to see it, because we all know Bill will pull a rabbit out of that hat, honey. You can believe that. He's working on something, I'm sure, for his son. I am definitely sure he's working on something for his son. Let me tell y'all something. I'm get right on him. Let me move on, because I want to talk about Mr. Footloose. Okay. Now this is so I have a question, right? And maybe when I open up the panel, somebody, because I looked it up, but I really couldn't figure it out, right? So when Alexander Usyk fights Varian, however you say his name, this weekend, right? His belts are on the line, but this man is a kickboxer, right? So if he wins Usyk's belts, does he get to keep them? I don't understand what's going on. I know this man, and this is only his second professional fight, if I'm not mistaken, or third or something. I think this is this man's like third professional fight, or whatever the case may be. So I'm concerned and I'm confused, right? First of all, let's talk about how the fact that he's even able to do this, holding up his whole division. And yes, I know, get off his back. And the answer is no. Okay. I told y'all before, I got a problem with Mr. Footloose, and I'm going to keep my foot on his damn neck. I had a problem with him ever since that second extension. And then I saw him doing a damn Macarena in his country. Okay. So it's been up with him since then. Okay. Listen. All right. I got an issue with this man. I do. Look. The WBC, they sanction the fight fully. Okay. Varane can win the WBC belt if he upsets Usyk. Full title fight. So the WBC is all in. They get their sanctioning fees. They get their spectacle. You know what I'm saying? They get their commensurate belts on camera at the pyramids. Nice work. You know what I'm saying? If you can get it, whatever. The IBF now, here, I thought they was gonna be the one with some morals, but they done decided to get in where they fit in too. You know what I'm saying? But the caveat is the IBF said that if Usyk loses, their belt becomes vacant. Okay, they ain't giving that belt to no Korean. Okay, it's vacant. Okay, because like I said, Verhoeven or Variam, I don't know how to pronounce this man's name, but he is not ranked in the IBF at all. So if the IBF gets to collect their sanctioning fee from Usyk, yup, but they don't have to give their belt to a kickboxer. Okay, if things go, sideways, sideline. So, but I knew when the IBF was the last one to hold out, I was like, oh yeah, they got something up their sleeve. Listen, they ain't finna play these games with Usyk. Okay, you run around here playing with this kickboxer. You got other people you can be fighting, sir. The WBA, they all in on it too. They approved Usyk to carry his championship status into this fight. If it wins, the craziest part is it counts as a successful title defense. Like, what is going on? But if Verhoeven wins, the WBA belt goes vacant. This is what I don't understand. So the kickboxer basically cannot win. The WBA championship committee, they would then, what did they say? They would then review Usyk's status. So basically, they're going to collect their fee too and keep their options open. right? And not have to explain to the rest of us why a kickboxer now holds their damn titles. So I don't know. The WBC, from what I read, was the only one willing to let the kickboxer actually have the belt. But the IBF and the WBA, no. They want their money, but they ain't giving that kickboxer no belt. So shout out to them for that. And while Usyk is over here fighting, playing footsies with this damn kickboxer, yeah, what's going on over here? Yeah, terrible. While Usyk is over here playing with this kickboxer. Okay, who else? Let me see. Who else on that ranking list? Kabayel. Okay, he's 27-0 with 19 knockouts. He is the WBC interim champ. He is waiting. Okay, the WBC mandatory, and instead of him fighting him, Usyk is playing footsies. We got Herkovic, oh, you know, he just KO'd Allen in the third round, but that's not the point, right? Daniel Dubois, but he about to do the rematch, so that's fine, whatever. Okay. And Agit, maybe he might be going there with Atamu, but the bottom line is this. Okay, you over here holding up the damn division because you want to play kickboxer. You want to play with this kickboxer. Y'all remember when Fury fought Ngannou, right? It was like the same energy. Ngannou, he'd never been like a professional boxing match, and the WBC, they sanctioned it, and it was like a legitimate contest, right? They created a special, what was that? That Riyadh belt, right? Because Turkey paid their fees. So as long as you pay them, I guess you can just run around here and play with whoever you want to play with. Ridiculous. Usyk is 25-1 favorite. I think that's what I saw on DraftKings. He's 25-1, right? That's not really a competitive fight. So I don't know what he's got going on. A lot of people think he's earned the right to do what he wants. Me personally, if you're holding up a whole entire division, I don't think so. Right? Like if you don't feel like fighting anymore, then just give up your belts. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that they should have forced Usyk to fight a real mandatory instead of sanctioning this fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Mr. Shelton will come up here hating when I open up the panel. But I'm being serious. I don't really think so. I think that if he's gonna still hold on to all those belts, he should be forced to fight somebody real. And that's just what it is. I don't know. But I'm not in favor of this. I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm a junkie. I'll watch any fight just about. But I'm not happy about it. Stop it, Dondrick. That's not the point. Dondrick, you're becoming like Mr. Shelton now, baby. You're becoming like Mr. We're gonna deal with it. Don't worry about it. When I open up the panel, we're gonna deal with it. For the retired was after. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. See, he feel my pain. Ugh. Now for the main event. Lord. So we have all been made aware by now that Alycia Baumgardner was attacked by a wild pit bull at the MVP event on Saturday. Okay.
Get out the way. I want to get in there. No. World star. Not right now. I'll referee. I'm calling her to get referee.
That is what took place on Saturday at the Ronda Rousey versus Carano event. Listen. I don't understand. It's a lot of mixed emotions. I've been, watching people talk about this and watching people's videos while they cover this and seeing people's reactions and hearing people say that Alycia told her, I'll F you up, and all that other kind of their stuff. And then, I don't know if people are saying she didn't get slapped in the face. She did. She slapped her hand. I don't know. I heard a slap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what part of the body got touched, but I know something got touched. Okay. Now let's get the business out of the way before we get to the ratchetness. Alycia Baumgardner has since released a statement in regarding to this particular situation. Let me see something. Yeah, because that's way too small. I gotta have to pull this up on my on the back and see. Okay, so and it's still too damn small. Jesus Christ on the cross. Okay. Here we go. I ain't gonna read this whole damn thing any damn way, but let me just read some of it. Okay. Oh, hers is not that long. When your purpose is to elevate, there will always be people who attempt to pull you down to the level from which they operate. The situation that occurred on Saturday was unprovoked and entirely consistent with the individual involved. While attending Most Valuable Promotions' inaugural MMA event as a guest, I was physically assaulted without provocation. This behavior follows a continued pattern from someone who has publicly celebrated other fighters' brain injuries, initiated one-sided altercations at press conferences, and consistently displayed hostility towards other women. That conduct is unacceptable and should not be tolerated in any professional sport. This behavior reflects a repetitive pattern of hostility, chaos, and attention-seeking conduct that continues to embarrass women's sports. Whew. The situation will continue to be handled legally and professional. All right. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I know there are some of y'all who think that Alycia is nice, nasty. I told y'all I don't get that from her. She could possibly be. I don't know. There's so many damn boxes I watch. I don't really, whatever, right? But here's my situation. They are about 40 to 50 pounds apart, right? In weight. And some people say, well, then maybe Alycia shouldn't be popping over her mouth. But here's the thing. You are at their event. That was an MVP event. You missed your own event earlier this month, okay, for your fighters because you were in New York with Papoose. Now you're at an you're at an MVP event when you constantly talk about MVP. You constantly talk about assaulting the owner, well, one of the owners, Jake Paul. You constantly say the girls on MVP are not good. They're 10, you're on 100, blah, blah, blah. Why do you consistently find yourself at their events? That just doesn't make any sense to me, right? You don't like them. You better than them. They all trash. Ain't none of them on your level. Why you keep going around them? It makes no sense. Now, for Alicia's statement, she says, I'm provoked. I don't know. Y'all were both yelling and cussing and fussing at each other. But I will say this. Alycia was in a VIP section. Claressa, they didn't even acknowledge you on the TV. So I know damn well they didn't give you a VIP seat. So what were you doing back there? You went back there with the intention of starting a conflict with this girl, which is wild work to me. Right? Like, so that's just the whole thing that bugs me out. You don't like them. You always talking trash about MVP. You said you can't find them on ESPN. You did talk down about Shadeja Green, and shout out to her. I hope she's healing better and getting better and speedy recovery to her. But you talked negatively about her before we even knew the extent of her injuries or how she was doing. Right? Very distasteful. It seems to be a consistent thing with Claressa, right? She consistently has a problem with other women, right? So it's always her. It's in every situation where it's like she got into it with this one, she got into it with that one. She's talking about Layla, she's talking about Alycia, she's over here, she's saying things about this girl, that girl. It's always her. So it just appears as if she does not get along with other women. Right? Especially, and this is just my observation, especially attractive women. She doesn't seem to be very friendly with them. She has a very, and I'm not even going to say alpha female, because that's not even alpha female. That's straight bully. You know what I'm saying? Because even an alpha female will help another woman win. Claressa doesn't seem to want to share the spotlight or attention with anyone, especially a woman. You know, I really do hope that she gets this together. I don't know if Alicia's going to sue her. I do know they did ban her from any more MVP events, which I think was the right thing to do anyway, because like I stated, you don't really like them. You know, you're always talking about them. You can't stand them from what you say. So I don't know why you continuously find yourself at their events. You made reference before the fact that you have to buy your own ticket. They don't even comp your tickets. That should tell you that they really don't want you there. You know, and if I'm being honest, the only reason I knew she was there is because, again, she went on her Snapchat or her live or whatever it was, and she was like, you know, scrolling the scene, being loud, yelling, and all of that kind of stuff. And then when you watch the broadcast on TV, they showed pretty much everybody in that row but her. So that should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? They know who you are. Obviously, you are the most decorated woman in boxing. We're not going to pretend that you're not. So they absolutely know who you are, but that's an even bigger problem. They know who you are and they don't care. They didn't even want you. They didn't even want to acknowledge that you were at their event. Take a moment and think about what kind of message that is sending. The most decorated woman in boxing, they don't even want to mention you at their event. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you're black or that you're dark skinned. It is strictly because of your attitude and the way you carry yourself. And time after time, you continue to prove people right. You are a brand liability. Unless, like I said, you interviewing, you know, you auditioning for Zeus. Because outside of that, I really don't see it. You know, she really needs to learn how to conduct herself in settings. There is a place and a time for everything, right? You, for whatever reason, you don't like Alycia. Y'all been going back and forth for years, so we're not gonna act like this just started. Alycia says things about her. She say things about Alycia. This has been going on back and forth for years. So I want to know what popped it off that night, because y'all been doing this. This ain't y'all first altercation where y'all been up in each other's face. You know what I'm saying? It never escalated to this. So like I said, I really want to know what started it. And I thought I found the video, but like I said, I couldn't upload it. And when I go to my ex, I bookmarked it on my phone, but it doesn't show up on my computer. But it is the video of Alycia talking about Claressa being with a married man. I think that is what Claressa was talking about when she said, don't worry about who I'm with, worry about who you're with. That's the only thing that I can think of that could have possibly started the whole situation.
I just fucked him out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me. Worry about shut the fuck up always.
Hey, get out the way.
I want to get in there.
No.
World star.
I know you won't whoop no ass.
Not right now.
You
I'll
won't whoop
referee.
no ass, Alycia. Who asked you to whoop? You are.
I'm calling her to get in
Do
there.
it. Do it.
But to slap somebody and then back up like that, that's a little wild to me. I thought you were trying to get active, not backing up. But nevertheless, the whole situation escalated to a point that it didn't need to be. And if Claressa needs to learn a financial punishment or a financial lesson, then so be it. You know, I know some of y'all older people in the chat have heard this before. You know, a fool and their money will soon part ways. You know, so I don't know. I guess Lily said, "Run me some of that 8 million." I don't know, but to ban her from all the events was I second that. And as far as like legally, if she's gonna sue her, then hey, you know, charges and all of that, I think that may be a step too far. But hell, sue her. I don't care. Let her learn a lesson, because she needs to learn how to control herself in all settings, right? Like you're a boxer, we get it, but that don't mean you can just run around here putting your hands on people. And if everything, any little thing people says to you can set you off, maybe you need to stay your ass in the house, because you're gonna lose all that money running around here talking about you're gonna be slapping everybody. You're gonna give up a lot of that money real soon. So I don't know. She needs to get it together. I know that I saw previously people making the comparison about the Charlo situation. The difference in that situation is Charlo was pulling on Caleb Plant's beard. Okay, so he deserved that slap. He earned it, in a better way of putting it. He earned that slap. Okay, In this situation, they were just popping off at their mouth. Again, Claressa, it seemed like you were in an area that you did not belong. You were not invited in that VIP. I can almost bet money on that. They didn't even acknowledge you at the event. Why would they allow you in the VIP? And all for these grown men sitting around talking about some world star. These are professional fighters. This is not the back of the club. You know what I'm saying? They are at a Netflix event. How tacky is that? Come on, man. Y'all already know what they think about some of us anyway. You can't, you have to learn how to conduct yourself, especially when it's business on the line. These are people that you claim you want to fight all day fighters. Let's keep it a stack. Jake Paul is in charge of the girls. Jake Paul got all the girls. Now, what if they decide to boycott you? Who you gonna fight? You gonna rematch Franchon again? You gonna run through that do your little roster again? Danielle Perkins? Huh? You gonna rematch Lane Dan? Who's gonna keep paying to see a bunch of rematches? Like, you got to be smart about certain things. Learn how to network. Learn how to compartmentalize things, right? When it's money on the line, when you start dealing with a certain amount of money, the more money you have, the less you can do and say recklessly. Some people think it's the more you can get away with. No. Especially when you threatening civilians, you run around here assaulting other bosses and y'all not in the ring. Like, come on, it makes no sense. You got to be smarter than that. We're gonna see how this all shape out, for her. I just personally, she has to worry about her branding more than anything. You running around here, just trying to be tough, which is like, that's cool for the street. But when you in business, it's like she don't know how to turn it on and off, and if she continues this behavior, she may be forced to retire, because you can't just be running around here assaulting people or attempting to assault them or whatever the hell the case may be. But the end of the day, what Alycia said is what everyone has been saying, right? And if you want people to stop talking about your relationship with a married man, then how about you stop dating one? You're the one that's making this all public. You're the one flaunting around with him, so you can't tell people they can't have an opinion on it. You don't seem to have any shame in it, so why are you so touchy when people talk about it? I mean, if you're ashamed of it, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. I just don't know. Listen, I don't know, honey. We got some fights coming up this weekend, some real fights out in the ring. Okay. Oh, you know what? Anybody seen Tony Rebue's punk ass? Because I want to show him something. Bam! Look at that. Yeah. Talking about my nigga Benny running from somebody. Benavidez don't run from no smoke. You understand me? No smoke. So we getting ready to get that action. Let's go ahead, Bivol, after your little fight on the 30th, honey. Hopefully, you come out just as strong. I want you to win dominantly. I want you to come out here and dominate Michael, right? Knock him out, put him out 2-3 rounds, so you don't need that much recovery time. You know what I'm saying? We can get this thing scheduled for the fall. Let's rock. Talking about David Benavidez ducking Bivol. He ain't ducking a damn thing. So anybody see Tony, you can tell him I said so. Tell him to check his Instagram. Tired of him disrespecting Benavidez. We ain't got no time for that. Well, Mr. Lord have mercy. Y'all gonna drive me crazy today. I could already feel it in my spirit. Listen. No, he didn't say the Flint water. No, back to okay, we off of her. Back to this fight. This is a fight that I absolutely want to see. A lot of people were trying to say he was ducking Bivol or ducking Better Beef. And I've definitely been on record 1,000 times saying that David Benavidez is not ducking either of them. He went to their fight when they were in Saudi Arabia. He wanted to challenge the winner, but unfortunately, Turkey Al-Sheikh said that they were thinking about making a trilogy of this thing, but they can't seem to get that worked out either. So David Benavidez, obviously he has to keep fighting. So he's fighting who's available for him to fight. But I definitely don't believe that David Benavidez is ducking either Bivol or Better Beef at this stage in the game. And definitely he's not ducking Jao Bataya. I know a lot of y'all are high on Jao Bataya. I am definitely not. That last fight that I saw with Glayton, I was not impressed. I don't know if he got what it takes to keep David Benavidez at bay. So we will definitely see if that fight gets made as well. David Benavidez has also stated he's open to making that fight. However, he is not open to going over to Zuffa because, of course, we know when they go over there, some of them are either stripped or they lose their belts because Dana White has made it very clear he does not want to do business with the sanctioning bodies, which is why I don't understand why Devin or Shakur, as decorated and jeweled up as they are, would go over there outside of it being for the money. So as soon as they can work this fight out, which I think that they will be able to do, I'm pretty sure that maybe we can get this fight. Yes, he is Dragon, beat him half dead. Okay, beat the eyebrows off his face. Thank you, DJ baby. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about, y'all. With the Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn situation, right? And Ryan being the champion now for the WBC. How is that fight going to work? So I looked it up. I tried to see, was there some special sanctioning? It did say that Golden Boy and Zuffa are in talks and negotiations on how that is going to work out. However, it is not necessarily up to them. It's going to be up to the WBC if they sanction that particular fight. We know Suleiman, if you give him his coins, he might be on board with it. However, they've had a rocky past with Dana White popping off at his mouth. So we will see. This is another issue, though, that Dana White, in my opinion, didn't think completely through when he decided to start this league, especially since he was over there dogging out the sanctioning bodies. You want their fighters that already have belts, but these guys will lose their belts when they come over there. Now, if they're all right with that and they plan on, having a longevity relationship with you and they just want to fight for the Zuffa belt, which has absolutely no type of history or lineage attached to it, then that is their business. However, the ones that do care about the belts and legacy and stuff like that, that is going to be maybe a hard stop for them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they are in jeopardy of losing the belts that they just got knocked upside their heads to win. So that's something that Dana White is definitely going to have to figure out. I did read that, though, DJ. Thank you, because I forgot all about it. I did read that, though, that they are working that out. That is going to be obviously in the negotiations. Child, please, you think Ryan giving up that belt? He's so happy. Child, Ryan go everywhere with that damn belt. Y'all be seeing him. Ryan go everywhere with that goddamn belt. So that's definitely something that I was interested in, and I'm going to be watching that closely because I want to see how they're gonna mold that together. And then if we see that work successfully, then hey, maybe we can get some of these other crossover fights, but I just don't see how. These guys were on the same side of the street for all this time and they didn't fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and if it's for the money, then say it's for the money. Don't tell me it's about legacy because I don't want to hear that. Especially if y'all are proving to me that y'all go over there for a bag and lose y'all belts and everything else. It's like counterproductive and it really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I don't know what these boys got going on, but I do, I am anxious to see what, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, DJ. I'm pretty sure that they'll do something for Ryan. I mean, the boy was just on Jimmy Kimmel. Who else announces a fight on Jimmy Kimmel? Who does that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not so many people in the sport that are really draws like that can do crossovers and stuff like that. I mean, look at him, just as comfortable with his. All right, guys, I think I found the video that people were saying started it all. Well, at least what I thought started it all from what Claressa was saying. So give me just a second and I'm going to put it up on the screen so we can listen to it. Here we go. This is the video that I believe started. Oop, let me move this, y'all. 1 second. Sorry. Let me move my David Benavidez over there talking about my David Duck and Smoke. Boy, bye. Where Tony at?
That is on paper to a woman. Why are you messing with a married man? You guys keep asking me about the whole Shields and the Papoose and the Remy shit. This is all I'm going to say about it. Let me clear my chest when I say this. There comes a point in life as a woman where you have to be logical on how you really moving in life, okay? 2, I'm not nobody's parent or whatever to tell somebody how they should move. They're going to move how they're going to move. At the end of the day, you got to know there's repercussions to your bullshit. You got to know there's repercussions to the way you move in life, regardless of what the situation looks like. At the end of the day, if that's a married man, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck if he has a woman, regardless of what the situation is. It's just like that to me would be off limits, right? Claressa is a whole world champion, multi-world champion. She has no kids. She just had a movie come out about her life, and you're entertaining bullshit like that. She don't have no good friends around her to let her know what she doing is some bullshit. If you a girl's girl, you gonna let her know that we don't do that. If he has a marriage that is on paper to a woman, why are you messing?
Okay. So I believe that is what Claressa was talking about when she approached Alycia Baumgardner. Because if you listen to it, she said, "Don't worry about who I'm with."
I should fuck him out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me. Worry about shut the fuck up always.
Get out the way. I want to get in there. No. World star.
I know you won't whoop no ass.
Not right now.
You won't whoop no ass, Alycia. Who asked you to whoop you are?
I'm calling her to get
I knew it.
So I think that's that. I think that Claressa saw that video, and that's what she was referring to when she said, "Don't worry about who I'm with." But again, guys, we just I told y'all it's like if it's almost like if you're ashamed of it, then why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're the one parading them around. You're the one taking them everywhere you go, like a little my buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't know, but I don't know that whole thing. I guess is going to get worked out in court. And yeah, run me that 8. You know, I mean, I don't know. Run me some of that 8. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's been a little bit slow. We got some fights though, you know. So I'm just gonna drop the link, let y'all come and give y'all little opinions, child. On and don't nobody, you know what, Mr. Shelton, I want you specifically up here because you know what, I gave your boy Usyk a little bit of peace in my mind, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna come up here trying to defend him with your cape on because I said if you don't want to fight a real boxer, then go ahead and run on about the sport. So I'm pretty sure you got something you want to say. I don't care, but I'm gonna let you say it anyway, okay? Because I love you, okay? Yes, Inscrapable Divine, I agree. Like I said, she said nothing but the truth, in my opinion. If that's what got you so upset, because that's the only thing I could think of when she started saying, "Don't worry about who I'm with." I'm pretty sure that's what she was referring to because she was asked about that. See, and this is the thing too with some of the media, right? Like some of the people that do media, they know what they be doing, right? And obviously they're doing it to go viral, they're doing it for clicks, whatever the case may be. And people just have to kind of learn how to maneuver around that. They asked her opinion. She could have said no comment. Yes, she could have, but she gave a response. She gave an honest opinion. And for me, she also gave Claressa her respect. She said, "You are a champion. You just had a movie come out. You have all these accolades. What are you doing laying up with a married man? You have no kids." You know what I'm saying? This is the same thing that the man's wife said. You know what I'm saying? You have no kids. You're 31 years old. What are you doing running around here with this 49-year-old man who has absolutely nothing to offer you? You know what I'm saying? So it just appears that the truth does bother her, but it is what it is. Mr. Shelton, with your hating behind, what's up, baby?
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I'm great, Mr. Shelton. How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, we got to say shout out to my sister Claressa from the SLAPPED tribe.
Oh my God. I am not doing this with you today, Mr. Shelton. Well, good. I hope you can split that. Go ahead and split that lawsuit with her.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
From the tribe.
From the SLAPPED tribe. SLAPPED. Now look, let me tell you something. If a motherfucker tells me that he gonna do something to me, you know what, John Queen? I believe him. I believe you. If you say you're gonna do something to me, I believe you. I believe you're gonna do everything you say. So when I see you, don't get to acting like, why are you tripping? No, because you said you was gonna fuck me up. You remember that?
Mr. Shelton,
we gonna leave that where it is, you know. Alycia runs her mouth too much. You too small, you too like that ass to talk all that shit.
When you in the ghetto, that's one thing. But when you're in a professional setting, what you doing in the back? What you doing in the VIP section? You went back there to start trouble with that girl.
If you read the statement, if you read the statement, if you read the MVP statement, they said she was a guest. That means she was invited. She was a guest.
No. Alycia was a guest.
No. They talking about how Claressa acted as a guest. It says that in the second paragraph at the end. So if she was a guest, that means she was invited. Now she fucked up by acting out, but Claressa was invited. You don't get into a VIP section just because you Claressa Shields. Nobody in LA knows her like that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
She ain't
nobody even
MVP.
paid-
She a guest regardless.
Yeah.
No, but she wasn't getting that VIP section. You think the nigga? Listen to me. You think the nigga that worked for the staffing agency, who they got at the door, knows who Claressa Shields is? No, he don't. And if you don't have that credential, you not getting in. Because this is my motherfucking paycheck. You're not getting in here. Where your pass at? Let me see your pass. You ain't got no pass? Get the fuck out of here.
Nah,
I ain't see her with no lantern around her neck. I ain't see her with no lantern around her neck.
No, I'm telling you, man, when you go to these places, there are certain places you can go. I go to fights all the time. I go to these events all the time. There are certain places you can go, and there are certain places you can't get in unless you got a pass. If you ain't got no pass, you're not getting in there.
Mr. Shelton, you read that wrong. It says MVP maintains a strict zero tolerance policy for hostile, threatening, or aggressive behavior towards fighters, staff, media, or guests at any of our events.
Keep going.
That's the second paragraph. You said second paragraph. Physical altercations outside the ring or cage are unacceptable in any MVP environment. MVP does not condone, tolerate, or accept Claressa Shields' behavior in the setting, and it is reflected poorly on MVP in women's sports. Effective immediately, Claressa Shields is banned from all MVP events until further notice. There's a time and a place for fighters' tension and banter, but to physically attack a fellow athlete where there are guests inside a private area is unacceptable. They didn't say she was a guest. They said where there are guests.
No, keep going.
MVP would like to thank venue security for their swift response in addressing and de-escalating the situation and separating Alycia Baumgardner, not retaliating and further amplifying the situation. We remain committed to maintaining a safe, respectful, and professional environment for all participants and attendees at our events, and will continue to enforce these standards.
No. Effective immediately, Claressa Shields is barred from all MVP events. Hold on. Until further notice. There's a time and a place for fighter tensions and blah and that other shit. What's it say? And banter, but to physically attack a fellow athlete while there as a guest. Which means she was invited. She was a guest.
They're talking about Alycia.
Yeah, you talking about Claressa. Sheldon, did you high?
That's what I'm saying. Claressa was a guest. That's what I'm telling you. Alycia didn't attack her, right?
Claressa was the guest. Claressa's not signed to MVP, Sheldon.
That's what I'm saying. She was a guest. When you was a guest, that means you were invited.
No,
that's what a guest means.
Don't mean that, bro. You can buy a ticket and be a fucking guest.
Hey, we're not gonna go back and forth. You can twist it how you want, but I know what a guest means. A guest means I was invited.
Anyway, bottom line is this. Her ass gonna give up some of that money. That's the bottom line. What's up, Cam?
Maybe she might not. No, because the girl did threaten her. The girl did say, "I'll whoop your ass right now." So you threatened me. So we gotta take it to court. Let the lawyers figure it out. They're gonna say who touched who. Probably.
Cam, what's up?
What's popping, sis? What's popping, man? Ain't nothing too much, man. This boxing streets is crazy, man. It's crazy out here, man. You got daggone Claressa, she doing damage control out here right now, man. She spazzing out, crashing out on Twitter right now, talking about MVP can't ban her, she ain't banned and everything. She going crazy.
Lord.
I just sent it to you on Twitter just now, Dad. Check your DM, sis. So,
I told you my phone Twitter and my laptop Twitter, like it shows zero
chats
on my laptop Twitter.
Oh, okay,
so
I screenshot
it. Cam, did she apologize?
No, can you send it to me? Can you send it to me on IG and I'll pull it up like that?
Yeah, I got you. I'll get them.
Did she apologize, Cam, or was that a bullshit apology?
She ain't apologized, Sheldon. She unapologetic about this shit, man. She ain't holding herself. She never holds herself accountable. So you expect her to hold herself accountable about this?
Hey, I thought maybe she was smarter than that. I don't know, man.
No, she ain't smarter than that.
AJ Dixon, baby. How you doing? I want to hold on, Cam. I want to bring this attention.
Ban her.
I was just about to say, I want to bring this to somebody's attention, right? Because somebody, who was that? Asia. It doesn't matter. Claressa went back there to approach and confront Alycia Baumgardner. She was the initiator of the situation.
Yeah, she was. She was. That she was.
What's up, JB Sports? How you been, baby? I ain't seen you in a while. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. I see it's 70 people in here. Smash the like button. Y'all make sure y'all are donating to the channel. What's going on with it? Send that to me, Cam, through my Instagram, please. And then
slap that hoe again. Slap her again.
Shut up, Mr. Shelton. Mr. Shelton, please. Go ahead, Cash, baby. And then we go to you, JP. Go ahead, Cash.
I don't really care too much about it again. I don't really care much about the slap. You just look like Claressa got a problem with pretty bitches, I guess.
Yes.
And people talking about her love life. So it is what it is. Yep. It ain't the first time. And she'll probably slap her again if they get around each other.
Well, then she's gonna lose some more money. See, she's gonna learn that she can't conduct herself like a wild animal. Okay, you have to learn how to behave in a public setting. I want to ask y'all this, right? Because I was thinking about this when I was putting this all together. Now, what if that was Ronda Rousey? Would she have slapped her?
Yep.
No, she wouldn't have. No, the hell she wouldn't have.
You know, they got a history, though. They have a history,
no,
though. You gotta go back to where this all started.
Yeah.
No, I know they have a history. I said that earlier. I don't know if you've been here the whole show. I said that they've been going back and forth for years. However, this is not the first time they've been in each other's presence. This is the first time that they got in each other's face. Claressa is upset because the truth hurts. Stop flaunting around with a married man. If you don't want people saying it, how about you stop doing it? How about you put the pressure on this nigga to make an honest woman out of you? How about you over here with me? You loving up on me? What she say? I'm young. I'm fine. I got money. Okay, so he should be able to divorce his wife then, since you young, you fine, you got all this money. Your Kit Kat popping. Right? So why he ain't running on down to that courthouse?
Yeah, but why is she speaking on that though? Why is she speaking on somebody else's business?
Everybody's speaking on it because she's putting
Everybody's speaking on it. Everybody's speaking on it. Yeah, can't use that one.
Yeah, but when she get on a live and make a comment and say, talk about a bit, it go a little bit different than any just regular person to talk about it. Somebody get on Twitter and talk about it. It's received in a different way.
Why? Why?
Shut up.
Yeah, like I said, they got a history. So I think we got to go back to when this all started. This all started when Baumgardner got popped out from PEDs. This when this all started. Then she started calling out Claressa Shields, saying she want to fight Claressa. Claressa felt that she was just doing that to get the heat off of her PEDs allegations. She was basically trying to, okay, let me talk about this so I can get people's minds off of the PED allegations. Claressa didn't appreciate that. They've been going back and forth since. Now, as far as the situation that went down this past Saturday night at the Rousey fight, when you say you're going to whoop somebody's ass right now, and then you start trolling saying that they're easy work, if they respond by striking you, hey, it is what it is, especially when y'all got a beef. And she came up and told you, say, hey, keep my name out your mouth, quit speaking on my personal business. And then your response is, I'll whoop your ass right now. And then when you get slapped, you want to sue? That don't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense to me because we're at an event. I don't give a damn what I say. And like I said, this ain't the first time that they've been in each other's face, going back and forth, putting hands in each other's face and everything like that. So the issue is what she said, because y'all been going back and forth, like you said, for years. Y'all been arguing on Twitter for years. Y'all been in each other's presence, having to be separated before. This is not nothing new. The issue is she doesn't like that Alycia said she's messing with a married man, but the truth hurts, right? And this is not Claressa's first run-in with Alycia, like you said. This is not her first run-in with a woman. She has issues with women. Let's call it what it is. The Layla Ali situation, the Remy Ma situation, even with the Angel Reese situation. The little girl got the award for the athlete of the year. She went on Twitter and crashed the fuck out. She has a problem with women. Let's call it what it is, especially if you are an attractive woman.
Okay, but what about Alycia Baumgardner saying that she'll whoop her ass right now? Not let's go outside, let's go right now. And then when you say that to somebody, if you got a beef with somebody, you see somebody y'all in the same place, and y'all get to arguing and stuff, and they tell you, hey man, I'll whoop your ass right now. Then what's your response gonna be? I got a beef, you already got a beef with them.
You don't have to do that.
You don't do that. That's just gonna be your
response.
Now y'all are coming from street mentality, right? When you are in a business setting at an event, how many people do you see acting like this? I don't care that they're boxers; they're supposed to be professional athletes, right? Now look at what Alycia Baumgardner got on. If y'all arguing, who cares? Y'all been arguing. Y'all do this all the time. Every time y'all see each other, it's obviously I don't like each other. My question is, why were you Claressa, back in the VIP section. They didn't even show you on the TV, which means they didn't even want to acknowledge you for being at their event. What in the world are you doing going in the back area where she is? Why did you even put yourself in that situation? You went back there
because women are emotional, Jab.
But Jab
Women are
Queen,
emotional.
Yeah,
I
women
think-
can be. Hold on, Claudia, baby. Hold on, baby. I'm gonna let you go in a second.
Okay.
Women are very emotional, but how many men come on my panel and crash out every day?
But them niggas is emotional too.
That's what I'm saying. So people are emotional. You can't just say
Not all
women.
people.
Are
Not all people.
No,
Not
no,
all
not all
people.
people. You're
All
right.
people are like
But
that.
some people are extremely sensitive. But here's my issue with Claressa, right? You're constantly crashing out, calling people ugly, calling people bullhead, calling people broke, all these things. But then the moment somebody says something to you, you're the victim. That it doesn't work that way. Life
Claressa be
doesn't
calling
work
people
that way.
bald headed.
All the time.
Bald-headed,
broke, ugly, black.
all that.
She talk about herself, man. That's all it is. She got an ugly complex, man.
Hey,
But go
come
ahead,
on,
Claudia,
Cass.
baby.
Get off her neck, Cass. You've been on her neck for 2 days.
I'm not
nigga.
on
Get
her
off her
neck, but
neck.
she knows she was. She knows
Hold
she
on,
bald
y'all.
headed underneath that wig. OG, come on, man.
I'm just kind of,
We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. Come
I
on,
kind
we're
of
not
don't understand.
We're not
I don't
gonna do
understand Baumgardner's response that she got slapped. Especially when, if you say you're gonna whoop somebody's ass and they slap you, it's go time. Why is you? It's almost like she was trying to set Claressa up to me.
That's the
She was
problem.
trying to
That's what I'm
goad
trying
her.
to.
She was trying to goad her. Got to respond. Now you talking about suing?
I can't really go with that, JP, because I didn't ask you to come back here.
Man,
Why
she
are you
was
in
in
my
the
VIP
VIP
section?
man.
But that's for the high profile athlete. She was back there. Le'Veon Bell, former football player. He was a little pro boxer too. He got knocked out. They had a lot of celebrities that were back there. And Claressa was there to support Ronda Rousey. I think her and Ronda Rousey were good friends. She was there to support Rousey.
Then why you don't do your ass near Ronda Rousey? Because Ronda Rousey wasn't back there.
Yeah, nobody, no boxers that's got a fight that night gonna be back there. That's the VIP. That's just like a VIP at the Super Bowl. Ain't no Super Bowl players playing in the game gonna be in no VIP. But you're gonna have a lot of celebrities in VIP. That just, they're gonna be back there mingling, talking, and discussing, and all kinds of stuff going on back there.
Yeah. Politic and parlaying. I get it. Networking for sure.
Yeah.
Quadir, I'm gonna let you go, baby. Go ahead.
I appreciate you for having me on. I think,
of course,
I think a point where we missing is that, and I see this because my mom working in HR. Black women are held to a higher standard, especially successful ones too, right? Because they be quick. They're gonna be quick to put that angry, black woman
on you. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right. And my mom has been through that, very successful in what she does. And Claressa doesn't have a good team because there's a way to respectfully put people in their place. She doesn't have people around, so she can't move like that. And they waiting for her to fuck up, and they using all of this against her. And then she comes from a lot of trauma. You mentioned early in your stream, like, don't know how to turn it on and turn off. You got to be in those environments. And if nobody teaches you that, you know what I'm saying? And you coming from where she come from, that's hard. And she has a lot to prove. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like she got a big chip on her shoulder, and she didn't see that coming. Where Alycia, she's using that against her. So she played victim perfect. She fell right into the trap.
Yep.
She fell right into the trap. So I just kind of like all I had to say. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Quadir.
That's it. That's all I had to say. I just wish she would move differently. She had better support, and she was just more secure in who she was.
But you just
while
said
you
it, bro.
trying to be everybody else, everybody want to be you. So it's like
you just said it though, bro. She don't know how to do that because she don't have nobody around her that can tell her no. Nobody around her can tell her. She won't
Pat,
listen.
you gotta put a choke chain on
way.
that pit bull, man. Protect the
Sure.
bag. Protect the
You can come
bag,
up.
man.
You can come up, baby, if you want to. Let me say this right to Quadir, right? I have a lot of this with some of you guys, right? Especially a lot of her supporters, and I don't have no problem with her supporters. As long as y'all respectful, y'all can come up here. Y'all know I don't care. But here's my issue, right? It seems to be that a lot of y'all make excuses for her behavior, and that's just unacceptable. Yes, she had a lot of childhood trauma. I did see that. I watched the interview she did with Andre Ward. Very touching, very moving, very just gut-wrenching, right? So I completely understand the background. However, you are a fully developed grown woman, and if you can invest in $90,000 for your wrist, how about you go sit on somebody's chair and let them fix you, boo? Because all this money that you earned, money that you earned is going to quickly go away if you continue to have these outbursts. If you continue to run around here with this attitude, I'll just smack a bitch. She get out of line with me. Good, because that $8 million, bye-bye.
That's all
Like
I'm saying. It's like either she ain't got a team or she hard headed because it's like
she doesn't have a team, and this is what I was thinking, right? She's constantly calling people broke. She's constantly doing that, right? To me, she's still surrounding herself with the very people that she was poor with. Because once you start getting money, you start surrounding yourself with other people with money. Your little money that you'll be pulling out, doing all of that with, won't impress them. So you'll quickly put it back in your pocket, right? You only do that antagonistic stuff to people that you think you are above, right? But then she continues to give me mixed signals because you're in New York crying about $8 sliders. Girl, where was that restaurant at? Because that's the cheapest I've ever seen them. So where was that?
Jab Queen. You seen Jab Queen? You seen interviews where I seen an interview where she's doing the interview where she got a handler with her. So she got a team, but she didn't call her damn handlers and sign off on this damn MVP event because they done told that bitch no, don't go.
That's what I'm saying. She probably hard headed. She probably doing.
And you got to remember this, Queen. You got to remember this. I can't address or fix a problem if I don't believe there is a problem.
No accountability.
Mr. Shelton. Yep, no accountability. But see, and that goes back to who was that? The Cash or either Quadir just said she doesn't have the right people around her. You know what I'm saying? And the people that do try to tell her what's right and what's wrong, she gets rid of them. So at this point, all we can do is sit and watch the crash out.
Yeah, she definitely.
And that's exactly what the media want, and they're gonna keep highlighting. She's gonna keep looking crazy. Like that's what it's sad to see.
But she's obviously enjoying it because she's not doing anything to change it, and the people that are around her not. And that's what I'm talking about. Like Papoose is trash, yo. He's trash can juice. As a grown man, you
50 years old, you letting her crash out.
You 17 years her senior, and you can't control this goddamn wild animal. What good are you?
I don't think he cared. To be honest, I don't think he really.
That's
like, because how can you watch somebody you love crash? If you really love somebody,
one at a time,
my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Quadir. You was talking.
No, I was just saying, like, from Papoose, like, if you love somebody, you're not gonna let somebody that you love, like, crash. Like, you gonna do whatever you can to help them, but it's like he got his popcorn out. He not really doing shit. So it's kind of like, what are you with her for if you're not gonna be there for her? I don't know. Or is she not listening? We don't know.
Yeah, but there comes a point that you gotta put your foot down. Listen, shorty, if you're not gonna protect your brand and mine, right? Because you run around here like you some good man, and now the mask is slowly starting to slip because now we see you with Claressa, and we see that maybe it was Remy holding that whole thing together. But if you're not gonna do that, and you're not gonna be like, listen, shorty, you out here running around like a child, we out here trying to get money. What's it gonna be? You need to start putting her. Listen, wrangle her in, bro. You can't.
Or he might like it. Or he might like that.
He
might like that.
You know what? He might.
Yeah, look at Women Law. She went to jail for hitting some female in the face on the plane, wasn't it?
What? No, she shot somebody. Yeah. Something like that. I know she assaulted some female. So maybe he like them type of women. Them type of women that's turned up. You know, the women that's hot.
You talking about Remy?
That don't bother no other female.
Yeah. You talking about Remy? Yeah, Remy shot somebody. I think she shot the nail girl or something. They got into it over the money.
Whoever just tested that chat, that's facts.
Yeah, he's packing them type of women. Is women that's hot.
When you need some shelter, you fall in love quick. That's facts.
Yeah.
But
oh no, you didn't. No, you didn't say that. Huh? Oh, that's fucked up.
So,
boy, huh? God damn.
Dondrick, what was you gonna say, baby?
No, I'm just saying.
She need to be home. She need to come on home to me. You know what I'm saying? I got something I'll take care of. She won't be out there acting cool. But you know what I'm saying? But no, it's just her because she's like, Alycia did what she supposed to do. She baited her ass in the touch room. Now I get to sue your ass. I can't fight you in the ring. Guess what? I'm gonna beat your ass outside the ring. Now you gotta pay me either way.
I was about to say Claressa win in that ring, but she is losing at the game of life.
Yeah, she fell for a hook, line, and sinker. She said that knowing she wasn't trying to fight no Claressa right there. She said, "I'll whoop your ass right now. You easy work, looking to get her to strike her," and she did. That's why she didn't. Because if she was really about that life, if she's really about, hey, I'll whoop your ass right now. As soon as she swung and hit her, she would have been trying to attack her. She'd been like a pit bull.
Not necessarily, because you slapped and you backed up. You slapped and you backed up, and then you let everybody get in between y'all.
No, but understand that part. She didn't make no attempt to try to get to her, though. She didn't make no attempt to try to get to her at all. You don't matter me back up. I'm trying to get to you. You just like
hold on, one at a time, y'all. One at a time, guys. Go ahead, JP. What you saying?
Yeah,
JP, what you saying?
Talking about me?
Yeah, what you say?
Yeah. If you was about that action, if you really was true to what you were saying, you'd have been trying to get to it. Don't matter if she's backing up. You'd have had some people that have to hold you back. You'd have been trying to get to her. But she didn't do anything. She didn't step to her nothing. She was like, wow, I can't believe she slapped me. And next thing you know, she's suing her. So, like I said, it was a setup. He set her up and some thing that she failed for.
JB, that Claressa ain't the sharpest tool in the shed now.
That shit.
Man,
Alycia ain't jump back and say, "Oh, she slapped me." Alycia ain't jump back and say, "Oh, she slapped me." She jumped back and said, "Oh, that $8 million about to swim in my bank account."
Well, I got her.
That's what I would have said. I would have, man. She would have slapped me. I would have fell on the floor. I'd be in a
coma
to this day. I would have been in a coma. I'd been making a report from my hospital bed with a neck brace on. Man, please.
Yeah, she might have.
It's a time and place for everything, man. And now you got her ass crashing out. Claressa over there talking about MVP. Nobody can't ban me. All the major boxing promotional companies rock with me. No.
Oh, y'all reading? Hold on, y'all read Inexplicable Divine. I'm feeling that y'all looking at this as men. Claressa set this up so she could prove something to her married man. I added the married part. I hope you don't mind, Divine.
What she proved to him?
That she about that life. She about that ratchet life.
She did.
She about to be broke. Keep doing that.
Will Smith at the Oscars. She was Will Smith, huh? At the Oscars.
And that nigga was just standing there. He didn't do nothing. He just stood there like a lump. Just stood there.
And the difference between Will Smith is, guess what? Will was still making bread. Will was Chris ain't sell, and then Sue Will. He went on a little tour, got his little money, but Will was still making money. Little did people know.
Yeah, he got blackballed though. How many movies he done?
No, he didn't.
Well,
I was still watching a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
They just told him he can't go to the Oscars for like 5 minutes. He don't give a fuck about that. He won an Oscar that night. He won an Oscar that night. So he don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, he got that. That was what he did before the slap though. But how many movie projects he done? He done Bad Boys, The Reunion, whatever, Bad Boys 4, and that's it. I ain't seen him on no new projects.
Well, then he had a TV show out there. What you talking about?
I'm about to say he watches. Hold on, because I'm about to say I watch his show Bel Air. It's pretty good too.
Oh, it's still on Netflix. Still on Netflix?
No. It's not. It wasn't on Netflix. It was on Apple.
It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock.
Oh yeah, Peacock. I'm sorry, I said Apple. Yeah, it was on Peacock.
But look, that nigga is worth $350 million, man. He's not worried about too much of shit.
Oh yeah, he good. He good. Don't get me wrong. He ain't hurt for no money. He good. I just saying, yeah, he kind of got blackballed by Hollywood. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's move on because we done dogged her to death. What do y'all think about Keyshawn and his indication about Devin Haney, where he said Devin Haney is not that good, and that he thinks he will whoop Devin Haney out? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that fight is mature?
Do Devin Haney got a fight?
I agree. I think Keyshawn.
Oh my God!
I agree.
Does Devin Haney have a fight lined up?
Trolling. No, Devin Haney ain't got no fight lined up. You know that. I just went over this.
Then if he ain't got no fight lined up, Devin Haney needs to address that. The nigga say you ain't that good. You easy work. Devin Haney to get on that nigga's head then. If the nigga lying.
Listen to me, y'all.
He also said Devin Haney ain't elite at nothing. He's not elite at anything too. He was like,
look at this. Look at this, y'all. This is ridiculous. And now she's still trolling. See, this is what I mean. The chick don't learn. Look at her. Still trolling.
Claressa?
Look at her. Look at her. She put a cop thing.
Oh, no, she didn't do that. She didn't do that. Oh, Claressa, why you do that?
She hard-headed, right?
I'm definitely going to my lawyer right after that. Look, she antagonizing me. Oh, she
run me that $8 million. I don't feel safe. Run me that. I need all that. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's. She probably gonna have to come off a little money. I don't know if it's gonna get to the court, but she probably gonna have to come off some money. A settlement with Alicia, give her some money. But
good.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think he was robbed of some of his
settlement for what? Emotional distress?
Will he ever be the same after something like that?
They gonna get her for a stop, even though she did threaten Claressa. She still can't
feel the same. It feels like you remember the fight where he was kind of running around.
Yeah, for sure. When he fought in New York and shit.
Yeah, it was
outside.
Like, what the fuck is he?
That was his first fight. That was his first fight back, though.
Yeah, but still, I expect to see more than like that. It felt like a guy scrambled. His brain it's not settled. He didn't feel. It felt like just hyper. Like, you know what I mean? It just didn't feel right to me.
Feel it. I mean, I'm be real. Like this is a real answer. I never been knocked out, dropped, or embarrassed in professional and on a bright ass stage. I never been in that position, so I have no idea how I feel to come back off of that. I can't really speak on too much of that because I've never been in that position. Devin, to me, have a lot of fucking heart. In that fight, nigga kept getting up, kept fighting. He's still here and he's back on top. You know what I mean? Yes. So I give him a lot of credit as a fighter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because that shit not easy to come back from.
Exactly.
But as far as like him being the same fighter, I always thought he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So that's just still how I feel. Like, you know what I mean?
I respect it. What do you think he lacks in though? Like what makes him not good?
I just feel like first of all, like I go off mentalities when I go off a mentality. You know what I mean? He don't have that
dog.
He don't have that. And I know Devin since amateurs, the motherfuckers that having MCM bags before I even knew what the fuck MCM was. That nigga always had it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So he don't got that hunk. Like he just want to be the greatest, but he don't come from the trenches. Like, you know what I mean? Like me, I don't want to be the greatest, but I will fuck you up though. You know what I mean? Like it's a difference. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. His mentality is just not when I'm on. You know what I mean? And then as far as like his skills, I feel like he is like one notch under great. He does everything good. He don't have nothing great in his arsenal. Everything is just okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Which makes him a good fighter.
I wish Keyshawn did more of that.
Y'all, right? I got a couple questions for y'all. So earlier I asked if Keyshawn was on a crash course because earlier in this interview too, he was mentioning how, you know, the whole making weight thing isn't for him. That's why he's moving up to 147, but you still got to make weight at 147, Key. And then he also made some other comments about how, you know, he gets to this point in the sport sometimes where he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to be here. He just wants to fight and stuff like that. Do y'all think I don't want to say a similar course as Claressa, but something like that? Because to me, and I like Keyshawn, y'all know I like Keyshawn, but to me, he's a little mentally weak too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something about this generation of boxers. He also mentioned about fighting Shakur. He said that they would do maybe this glorified sparring, which is stupid because if y'all gonna do that, y'all might as well fight and get money off of it. But they were gonna stream. He said they might stream it and all this other kind of craziness. But as far as Keyshawn, first of all, do y'all think at this stage in his game that he could beat Devin Haney, Mr. Shelton?
I think he could beat. Oh,
yeah, I think he could do it.
I don't think he stopped Devin.
I think he stops Devin too. And I don't think he's mentally weak. I think he confused. He in the middle of trying to following what Shakur do, and then he probably be like, man, I probably could do some shit on my own. Like when he do more interviews like that, and it's just him, he could do some shit, but he in the middle.
I think he just nuts.
Yeah. Hey, was this interview after the Albright rematch?
Before.
Yeah. This just dropped. This was just dropped yesterday. They filmed it before, but they just dropped it yesterday. It's on the guy. It's all the way up. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. It's about an hour and some change long. He talked about all of it. He talked about Tank. He talked about would he fight an influencer, which I called him out on because they were all talking about Tank when Tank said he was gonna fight Jake Paul, but then now all of a sudden they're all saying, yeah, I would do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Paul
look.
Coming up and did it got pulled.
That nigga definitely did.
What do you think about those kind of fights? Would you take one of those now, or would you wait until you get further in your career? And what's your thought process on those kind of Netflix influencer, quasi real boxer kind of threw in the mix?
I think times is changing, and we just gotta adapt to it. And I think, like you were just saying off camera, like don't be emotional. Like don't be emotional because these influencers coming here bringing all these fans with the money. Shit, fight one of these, you know what I mean? So I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it, bro. I think times is changing. That's what it's changing into. You know what I mean? So yes, I will fight an influencer if they, offer me something for sure.
So that's my issue that I had with Keyshawn. He also went on to say that Tank would never fight him because he would need a lot of money to fight him. Tank's at the point in his career where he doesn't want to risk a loss. And I had it downloaded, but of course my rinky-dink ass shit. Listen, he also said, that he would fight Kid Austin, the Ryans. He called them all out. So of course Sassy Sr. heard it, and this was his response.
What's going on, Keyshawn? You know I seen it. Yeah, hell yeah, we would love to be next. Tell your manager to send a contract. I ain't contacting your manager. I don't work for you. You right there with your manager. He works for you. Tell him to send a contract if you really want it. Because you done bluffed us like that before. With the shaking Oscar hand. We gonna be at the end of the year. I think this is another pump fake. None of y'all from that side wanted to cross the street. Y'all in that boxers protection program.
He been listening to my show, stealing my words. I'm gonna get senior. I'm gonna get him as soon as I see him.
What does he mean by crossing the street, though? What does he mean by crossing the street?
Golden boy. He was golden
boy. That threw me off too.
Nah, I don't know. Not with him.
Promotional company. That's what he's talking about.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, Showfield's with Golden Boy, Keyshawn's with Top Rank. But they on the same platform now, the zone, so there ain't no crossing the street. They ain't like PBC and ESPN, so I don't know what.
I don't think you understand what I'm putting down, OG. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. His crossing the street is different from our crossing the street.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. What they call him? They call him Monty Showfield? Yeah.
I'm not doing Andre today. But that was his response to, I guess, Keyshawn making reference that he would fight him. However, my issue with Kid Schofield has been the same and it's going to remain the same. He did not capitalize off of that Tevin Farmer win like he should have. Right? He was supposed to get right back in the ring with JoJo Diaz. He had chickenpox, bed bugs, whatever he had going on with that. The Lucas body fight never manifested. So, they sitting on, like I said, they're sitting on Mill City couch. Just talking about boxers who are actually being active. He needs to get back in the ring. He's way too young to be out of the ring this long.
Yeah, he's ranked number 1 in the WBA. They trying to press the WBA to make the mandatory for Tank Davis's belt. That's what they trying to do. So they've been a mandatory for like a year and a half, though. He's been number 1 for about a year and a half. So WBA needs to, if they go by their rules and bylaws, they need to call that mandatory. Make the fight happen. If Tank don't want to do it, Tank moving up to fight Pitbull at 140 or whatever he got going on outside of boxing, they need to make some shape, man. Either he fight Tank or he fight the next best guy for the vacant WBA 135-pound belt. That's what they ought to do.
Why do y'all believe Schofield? Why do y'all believe him?
I don't know.
I ain't saying I don't believe. I'm just saying he's ranked number 1. He deserves to get a shot at the belt. That's all I'm saying.
They just attaching their name to Tank, bro. You can't tell.
But he's ranked number 1.
Motherfucking thing.
He's ranked number 1 in WBA. That's all I'm looking at. He's ranked number 1 in WBA, and he's they say they pressing for the belt, pressing for a title shot. So
yeah, they always saying something.
Yeah, no one believes that. I mean, they are number 1 and they have been for a while. But like you said, he's been that for over a year and some change. He didn't enact it after the Lamont Roach fight. You know what I'm saying? And listen, he is number 1. This is true. But they even said that Oscar told him that fight is not ready yet. He's not ready for a Tank Davis. Are you crazy? Who has that young man fought to get him ready for the caliber of a Gervonta Tank Davis?
Yeah, I don't think he beat Tank. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying, though, they say they ready. Oscar De La Hoya, man, he's one of the guys that fought everybody, man. You don't hold a man back. If the man say he ready and he ranked number 1 and he didn't earn his opportunity to fight for a belt, let him make the fight happen. Why he number 1 then if you want him to have 2 tune-ups before he fighting the champion? That don't make no sense when you're already number 1 in the WBA.
No, listen, and I'm not disagreeing with you, JB. I'm just trying to say from a business standpoint, you have to look at how Oscar is looking at things, right? He had a horrible year. The last couple of years was not very good for Golden Boy, right? Because Ryan, he lost to Tank. Then he went and beat Devin, but then it got overturned to a no contest. Zepeda lost to Shakur. You know what I'm saying? You got Kid Austin pulling out of fights left and right. He had to put Virgil in the damn protection program to keep from getting his head beat in by Boots. So you have to look at it from Oscar's point of view. But to your point, I understand that because Oscar was a dog and Oscar did fight everybody, but now he's a businessman and he's trying to look out for his business. And he also knows fighters. He know Kid Austin ain't ready for no damn Tank. He don't care what he over there talking about. He ain't ready for no Tank, which is, I think, the reason he pulled him from the Shakur fight. I don't think he felt that he was ready for the caliber of a Shakur, even though I think he would have gave Shakur a good fight. But I don't see that boy being ready for Tank. And why dim his light before it even has a chance to shine? He hasn't done anything in the sport, really.
Yeah, like I said, his resume is not strong. Don't get it wrong. But what I'm saying is he's ranked number 1. So who is if you rank number what's the rankings all about if you get to the number 1 spot and you don't get a shot? You've been there for over a year and a half. Why would you just be number 1 then? It's just like
It's something that, you know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. You number one, you should be fighting for a title. You've been there for like a year and a half. You earned your opportunity. He ain't had no mandatory in a minute. He should be fighting. Now, if he moving up, fighting somebody else, cool. What I'm saying, though, if he's, tend to stay at 135, he should fight his mandatory if it's called.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but this is business, and we do know boxing is business, and we know Tank is one of the faces of boxing right now. So he gonna move how he want to move. What I'm saying is, why are you sitting on the couch waiting for that? You gonna fight Gervonta Tank Davis off of almost a year layoff? Now he coming back maybe almost a year layoff, but your skills ain't his skills.
Yeah. I
think trying to stay active some sort of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Like I say, he had to fight with JoJo Diaz. He got injured, and that fight fell through. So he's been out the ring for a minute. So he need to, if he can't get the WBA title shot with Tank, man, he need to get. I think he's ranked. Maybe he might be ranked in another sanctioning body. So maybe you want to go that other route. Until Tank get his business straight outside the ring. Then you revisit that down the road.
Bubs, I forgot about that. Bub. Oh, let's talk about that. Keyshawn being Shakur's mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's number one in the WBO.
You know, motherfuckers pick and choose when they want to talk about mandatories and shit.
But he talking about going to 147, so he can dodge that real easy. Just go to 147. Yeah, that'd be.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all. Did y'all think what Tim Bradley said last week was accurate, that he's playing second fiddle to Shakur? Do y'all feel like that too?
100%. Everything all Keyshawn fights go to Shakur. He telling Keyshawn, I want this fight. Who end up fighting him? It don't be Keyshawn.
Yeah. I felt that way from the well, even before that, I felt that way from the Teofimo, because if y'all remember, it was Keyshawn who petitioned to fight Teofimo. And then all of a sudden we had Shakur fighting Teo. So I don't know. It's just weird. He got to watch out for himself, man. He got to think about himself. I know he on his brotherly love shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's not looking beneficial to his career, So he got to really step up and figure out what he wants for himself. But Thomas, what's up? Because we can move to Oshaki and Ford at the end of the month. Go ahead.
I'll just say regarding that one right there. That's a damn good point that Buzz make. I don't think that fight will happen because he is moving to 47, because that's where Bob wants him to go. Because I think Bob is also planning to pull Mason up to 40 so he can open up way for his other younger talent that ain't had like more shine to come up to the 135 and fight for the belts that they have. But if I was Bob, I really consider trying to force that mandatory, especially seeing that he don't really particularly care too much for Shakur, and push that.
But he knows that Keyshawn's not going to do that.
Yeah, that's
right now,
true,
Keyshawn can get a title shot in IBF. They trying to set up him in Landolfo. If he want that, if he want to stay at 140, that'd be a little bit tougher fight. Not the opponent, but the weight. They got that second day weigh-in. You can't go 10 pounds overweight over the 140 pound weight limit the next day.
Yeah, he ain't doing that.
Who's had weight issues in his last couple of fights.
Delgado ain't no easy lick, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a come forward fighter, but a boxer like Keyshawn, he'll pick that boy apart.
He can box too, bro.
Yeah, he can box a little bit. Yeah, he come forward, he let his hands go. He got limited head movement. I think Keyshawn, his skill level, he'll pick the boy apart. I think that's the route to go, but I don't know about the weight. The IBF got strict weight clause. The next day, 140 pounds. The next day, you can't be over 150 pounds. Can he stay desperate enough to make that weight?
Yeah, he's not. But that's the thing. He's disappointed when he wants to be, because he had no problem making the weight for the Ortiz fight. So Keyshawn is full of crap, if you ask me. But to your point, the Delgado situation, I mentioned that in one of my videos, that Delgado was an option for him if he stays at 140. However, he keeps talking about 147 because obviously him and Shakur cannot be in the same weight class, or they're going to be asked to fight. You know what I'm saying? So they constantly have to move around each other. And not be in the same weight class too long before that topic comes up again. I don't know when we enter this era into boxing where we can just be boxing brothers and we don't have to fight each other, but that's not how this sport really goes. You know what I'm saying? The number one got to fight the number two, so on and so forth, to move things along. But these boys running around here playing hopscotch with the weight classes is nasty work.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Like I say, he can maneuver around. He can stay at 140, but just go to IBF route, have one fight, and then go up to 147. A lot of people saying that's what he should do because he'll have more leverage going to 147 with a belt instead of going to 147 with no belt. It'll be better leverage, better negotiations at the negotiating table if you come in as a champion at 140 instead of coming up to 147 with no belt. But we have to see what he does.
I hear you.
No, that's 100%. That's 100%. Go ahead, Tom.
I was just saying, you know how Bob loves to negotiate to get those belts because he wants to possess those belts at those divisions so that way he can have leverage for his uncommon talent and those he are trying to poach from other folks or trying to pick up from the amateurs or from the Olympics if there's that time on there. So, I mean, I think that, that might be a route he go. I think, like you said, he's full of ish about that. I think the only reason why they're talking about going to 47 is because pretty soon Abdullah is going to go to 40 and Bob is not interested in making them fight one another. If that was the case, then the Valdez versus Shakur fight would have never been a stupid fight. It would have been an excellent fight. But he called that himself a stupid fight and refused to promote the damn thing. He didn't even show up until the last day. And he showed up for like 15 minutes and then he bounced. So that's not what his MO is. His MO is to collect as much of the hardware as possible and sparse it out so that he can have opportunities for the people beneath him or beneath their champions to fight for a title and not let their champions fight one another. But Keyshawn is his mandatory, as Bubs did so aptly put. And Bob could stick it to Shakur by saying, you know what, Keyshawn, this is what we gonna do. We gonna push for that belt, and he gonna either drop it like he said he was, or that nigga gonna have to accept that fight.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna work on G. That ain't gonna work on G because both Keyshawn not gonna agree to do it. Keyshawn gonna tell him no straight up to his face.
He heard what he said. He said the only way he'll fight him is for 500 million each. So he don't want to fight him, man.
And then, but in that interview he did yesterday, he said they'll do an exhibition for people or something. Like, it's so silly and goofy to me. But Ray Davis makes the point. He says if he stays at 140 and grabs IBF, he doesn't have to fight or unify, and that will remove him from the ranking, so he won't be number one for Shakur's belt anymore.
Then why the hell you in the division if you ain't gonna fight everybody in the division?
Come on, you know why? Come on now.
Either way, he's going to 147. It's either going to 147. He's going to have one more fight at 140 and then go 147. He'll be in 147 no later than the next two fights. So
yeah, I agree. I
don't know about Keyshawn stopping Devin either, man. I don't think he's stopping Devin.
Either.
It'd be a good fight.
I like Keyshawn, but at this stage in his game, remember the boy only has 15 fights, and as skilled and as talented as he is, I don't know if at this stage he's ready for Devin Haney. And that's not to say I think Devin Haney is this world-class boxer, but I do think that he may be crafty enough, he may be hug and hold and touch me, tease me enough to cruise his way to a victory.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Devin.
I'm just hoping.
Neither one of the guys neither one of them got good inside game. Keyshawn better. He put his punches together, but Devin, I think he's better at picking his shots. So, and Devin got a good clinch, and Keyshawn can't. He got no deny on the clinch. So it could be an ugly fight. It could be it'd be a good fight, though, I think.
The jab that he used against Brian Norman for 4 rounds.
That's it. For 4 rounds. A damn jab that came for 4 rounds, and the other shit, that shit was gone. I don't want to hear that 70 punches. I don't believe in no nigga that throws 70 punches.
Devin gonna have a huge size advantage, though.
Yeah.
Not really.
You know he coming in that ring. Yes, he is. Devin coming in that ring.
Come in there at 185.
Stop playing with me, Dondrick. That nigga coming in that ring 180. Stop playing with me.
180.
He gonna come in there ready to play quarterback, bro.
180 pounds full of puss. That's what the hell it is.
I think if it turns into a fight,
I'm fucking crying. Dondrick crazy.
Boxing, he'll probably do that.
Yeah, no, Quadir, I agree. If it turns into a fight, Keyshawn gonna whoop him out. But if Devin can stick to a game plan and straight box him, he might get edged out. I'm telling y'all, just right now, I think he's just a little too seasoned. And yesterday on Saturday was his first time going 12 rounds. Come on now, we know Devin got 2 gas tanks. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he got 3 of them.
He only really got 2 gas tanks because he don't throw no punches.
What?
Make the nigga punch.
Did you not hear me say he gonna hug me, hold me, touch me, squeeze me his way to victory, Dondrick? Did you not hear me say that?
Nah, I don't want to touch nothing, squeeze nothing.
He's gonna have to go round though against Keyshawn though.
I never go for Devin. I'm always go against Devin,
Keyshawn
nigga.
would have to
Fuck.
make it a
If
fight.
they try to do
to
that
win
country shit, Keyshawn gonna
Yeah,
suplex him like he
exactly.
did
He's got to
Armour.
turn it into a fight. It's got to
He
get
has to
ugly.
make it a fight.
All right,
Devin can't
y'all.
beat
All right.
Keyshawn, nigga. Keyshawn outboxed Devin 12
Oh
round
my
unanimous
goodness.
decision.
No
If that
cap.
fight
I
happens,
forgot
I think
about
Turkey had to
that.
get involved for that fight to
I don't know
happen.
about
You know,
that.
Nah, no
both
cap.
fighters
I'm
gonna
giving
want
no cap
for that
ass.
fight. Turkey definitely got to get involved. Top Rank ain't gonna be able to pay for that fight. That's for sure.
No cap.
It has to be,
No cap be on the
it has to
boxing
be a
boys
main
capping.
magazine card.
Capping on
Hold
what?
on. We got some smoke. What's going on, Dondrick?
Nah, no cap be on the boxing boys capping with them niggas, man. I be listening
Oh
to
my
your capping
goodness.
ass. He be
Oh
on
my
that
Nah,
capping,
goodness.
You
man.
be having energy
King
issues when you
cap.
cap.
King cap a lot, nigga. That's what you is, nigga.
what I cap
What
on?
is going
Let me catch her. Benavidez.
How I cap on
What you
Benavidez?
say about Benavidez? What you
Yeah.
say about Benavidez?
Nah, tell him how you talk shit, nigga. Tell him.
Nigga, you tell me, nigga. I ain't
Oh,
telling
you
nobody.
don't remember now. So you know that moonwalking and jumping and driving said, I don't know if Benavidez is gonna be able to win this fight. It's gonna be tough.
That's who?
No, man, get your goddamn shucking and driving, nigga. Zerto.
Yeah,
What they
Zerto
say?
was tailor made for
I picked
Benavidez.
Benavidez to beat Zerto, nigga. What the fuck is you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, Zerto was tailor made for Benavidez.
I'm just fucking with
He
niggas, man.
already knew what Benavidez
I
was.
just like fucking with people. I gotta fuck with
Nigga,
one
you
person on the
smoking on
panel,
that
man. It's
fucking.
too
All
it's too
right,
nice up
y'all.
here, man.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to Foster versus Ford. Who y'all got and why?
Yeah, I got Oshaki. It's a good fight. This is really a 50-50 fight, but I got Oshaki, man. I like what I seen in his last fight versus Fortune, man. If he fight to that level like he fought in his last fight, he's so sharp with the jab. He's got a good 1-2. He's got decent power. And if you get to fighting him in his style of fighting, let him get into a rhythm, let him get into a good rhythm, it's gonna be tough to deal with Oshaki, man. He kind of got a little bit of the Shakur Stevenson. Once he get into that rhythm, get into that mode, even Devin Haney got there. Once they get into their rhythm, get into their bag, man, it's hard to beat them, man. It's almost like going downhill, running back going downhill. It's hard to get the fight back in your favor. So Ford gonna have to definitely early on. Ford's a good boxer too, but when you watch Ford fight, you always say, man, I think he ain't putting on the full A-level performance. He's like all his performance would be like B plus, but he got the talent of an A+ fighter. So if he can get that talent out, he'll have a shot. But from what I've seen in his fights against Nick Ball and even his fights after he fought Nick Ball, he's a guy that has A+ talent, but he puts on B+ performances. And that ain't gonna be good enough to beat Oshaki Foster, who put on an A+ performance in his last fight versus Fulton. He's an A+ fighter. So I got him slightly winning the fight by decision, but it could go either way.
That's interesting to me. I personally am of the belief that Ray Ford ain't as good as he think he is. I like him, you know what I'm saying? He's very fast with his hands. But can he do any damage? You know what I'm saying? Can he get inside? Can he get past Oshaki's jab? You know, does he have the foot movement? Does he have the head movement? I feel like Oshaki gonna put something on him, and I don't know if Ray is ready. He stepped in there, you know, for his daddy, you know, to get this whooping. I don't really know if it's gonna go the way they think it's gonna go.
Yep. Hey, Jack Queen, did you see what Oshaki said about about Shakur Stevenson and sparring that he had with Shakur Stevenson? Yeah, that's why he been wanting that fight so much, man. A lot of them guys believe that sparring carry a lot of weight, and I guess it does. We've seen in Benavidez Zerto how the sparring basically translating to the fight. You know, beat him in sparring,
but not always though, not always. But to your point, Oshaki has been very adamant that he spanked Shakur in sparring, which is why he wants that fight. And if y'all notice, I've never heard Shakur even speak on that. He may like poo it, but he doesn't speak on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really. So
with Benavidez, he's hurting these dudes in sparring. He's not just beating them, he's hurting these motherfuckers. So when you hurt a nigga with them big ass gloves, you definitely can hurt a nigga with them 8s or them 10s on shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do anybody know how Zerto eye doing? Is his eye socket? Did they repair it? Did anybody hear anything?
I think he had surgery or something, or I don't know if he needs surgery.
Yeah, he had surgery.
Yeah,
okay. He had surgery. I know for sure. Looking at him, I could tell he was going to need surgery. But I just wanted to know if anybody heard anything. But okay, so back to this fight. So I think what'd you say? You said you got Ford, JP?
No, I got Oshaki. I got Oshaki winning by decision. You know, it's a 50-50 fight, but I just think Oshaki just I seen him fight at his level in his last fight. I haven't seen it out of Ford. Both of them got A+ talent, but I seen Oshaki force a fight
on put an A+ performance to match his match his ability. I haven't seen that out of Ford yet.
Okay.
Let me know when I can get this hate off, man. Let me know when I can
Oh
get this
my
hate
goodness.
off.
Go ahead,
Get it
Dodger, because
off.
it's
Get it off.
irritating.
Get it off.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
off your
first
chest.
of all, fucking only thing that goddamn Ford does well is be tough. That nigga take a punch real well. That's it. Everything else, that's it. He don't do shit else but take a punch to the face real good. Nothing else. He doesn't have great power. He doesn't cut off the ring. He'll rush in and get clipped a lot of times. But he has a decent chin, so he's tough. I give him A+ toughness and a B- everything else. He's a power puncher with no power. Like, so I'm trying to figure out where everybody getting all this damn. Oh, he's good at everything. It's because he's with Shakur, and that for that reason he gonna get his ass whooped because he think he's Shakur.
Dondrick, is there any other hate you want to get off your chest, baby? I just hear a lot of
Oh,
vitriol in your voice.
when it come around, there's some more hate coming. This hate don't never stop.
Okay. Well, let's move around and spread it out a little bit, okay, baby? Cam, what you think about this fight, brother?
Oh man, I got today they had the 14 day pre-weigh-in.
Yeah.
And I showed it earlier on my show looking at Ray Ford in particular. A lot of people felt like he looked drained going into the 14-day weigh-in. So that was a little interesting factor. So that's something to watch out for as Ray Ford and the Shockey for as the weight between both guys going into the fight, going into next week. Of course, y'all know where I'm at with it, man. I'm looking at Shock, man. Shock definitely confident, more experience, got the better resume, has the longer reach. You know what I mean? Has more willpower, more hunger in him. In my opinion, of course, Ray Ford been the guy. He was champion at 126, lost that strap soon as he got it. Pretty much in the next fight, he complained about the weight in the fight with Nick Ball before the fight and after the fight, and still is to this day right now. And like I said earlier, I don't want to hear no complaint about no daggone weight. If he got a weight issue coming up next week, I don't want to hear no complaints from daggone Ray Ford. I don't want to hear no excuses. We ain't doing that. We gonna be cooking his ass. But I would say this Ray Ford confidence level not looking good to me. Not looking good as far as the confidence level. He's trying to paint a lot of narratives into this fight, more than I've seen in a lot of fights that I personally covered. He's trying to paint a lot of narratives to build confidence up. And that doesn't look good, in my opinion, for us Ray Ford. You know what I'm saying? And it look like this moment might be a little bit too big for him. We're going to see May 30th, though, next week, man. But I'm rolling with Shock right now by decision.
I was going to ask you something, right? Because a lot of people I see comparing his fight against Nova to Ford's fight against Nova. What do you think in particular? Because that was a narrative, like you said, he paints a lot of narrative. That was one of the narratives that he was painting.
Yeah, I don't see the Nova thing was stupid. I think that conversation was stupid because the man Ray Ford tried to put it out there and try to say, "Oh yeah, we called Ashaki to fight and stuff between that time after Anthony Kakasi ended up backing out of the fight." And I was like, no. Why would a world champion come to fight Ray Ford that's a challenger, don't have a title, within 2 weeks span? Now he tried to lie and said it was a 5-week span, which he got caught in a lie in that process of that, because Anthony Kakasi, literally, I covered that. He backed out of the fight because of injury within 2 weeks. And then that's when they pulled in Abraham Nova. And, you see the whole conversation with, Shock and Ford with that situation in particular. Shock said, he handled his business a little bit better than, Ford did. Ford, I felt like his performance with Nova was a little lackluster to me. I was expecting him to kind of dominate because he was popping his shit, talking like he was going to go crazy. And we didn't see none of that in that fight. We haven't seen Ray Ford do much at all at 130 since he's been there in his last 3 fights. He's not dominating his opposition at 130. He hasn't stopped anybody at 130. Last person he stopped was in 2024 against old boy Kamatov, you know what I'm saying? At 126. You know what I mean? So we haven't really seen Ray Ford up his game 100%. Hopefully this the fight to up his game to the next level. But I don't see it. I don't see it. We're gonna see it May 30th. We're gonna see it for sure, but I just don't see it.
I was about to say he done assembled the damn Avengers any damn way, so we definitely gonna have something to see. But you made a very interesting point, right, about his weight cut, because he was screaming at in a couple of his fights. That's why he moved up. So why doesn't he just move up to 135? See, this is the thing, right? They're all, like you said, following Shakur, and they're waiting to see what he's gonna do. Is he going back to 135? Look at Keyshawn trying to run up to 147 in case Shakur stay at 140. They're all centered around him. And to Dondrick's point, that's what's gonna get Ray ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Stop fighting battles that are not yours to fight. You know, you jumped in there trying to make it like, you know, you're going to protect Shakur from Oshaki, and you're going to get another loss on your damn record trying to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with Ford, man. Like I said, he seems like, is he one of those fighters that fight down to his competition, and then when he get in there with somebody on the level of Oshaki Foster, will he raise his game? He does have the ability. And even the Nick Ball fight, I thought he won that fight. You know, I thought, you know, he didn't look his best because of the weight, but I still thought he beat Nick Ball. He was sharp in that fight. If he could fight to that level and then, you know, eliminate a couple of mistakes that he did make in that fight, it's going to be a good fight. And one thing we got to look at with Foster is we going to get the Foster that fought Fulton, or we going to get the Foster that fought Conseco in the rematch? He definitely beat him the first fight. The second fight, he probably pulled it out, but he didn't look as good. You know, he got robbed the first fight, but the second fight, he didn't look that great. So which Foster's going to show up? I'm banking on the one that showed up against Fulton. I think he's in his, you know, I think he's in his prime right now, and he's fighting some of his best fights.
He changed trainers, didn't he? He changed trainers since then?
Oh, he did? Okay. Maybe that's the difference.
I'm not sure. I think he's still with his same team, sis.
Yeah, he's with his same team.
He did. Okay, so who changed trainers that I'm thinking about? Who the hell changed?
You probably still thinking about Brian Norman.
Keyshawn.
No.
Keyshawn, yeah, Keyshawn. It was Keyshawn.
Okay, so
I'll tell you right, and sis, can I say this real quick about Ray Ford with Teray Stevenson? I don't know how that pairing is gonna look for us this fight. Teray Stevenson looked like he a little bit.
That's who. He wasn't his trainer before, was he?
I think he just recently started fucking with.
I knew somebody had a switching trainer. I knew it was one of them. I know it was one of them that had a recent trainer switch out. I knew it was one of them because I don't remember seeing him before. But then remember when he was on the stage, I was like, "Who is this talking back and forth with Foster?" And he's not in the fight.
Oh.
He was like, "That's."
Yeah, Teray Stevenson, Shakur's cousin.
Yeah.
He about to get whooped. He about to get whooped. Yeah, he about to get whooped.
Dondrick.
You got one Shakur relatives because Shakur relative trained him. Don't that end his granddaddy that trained him? Shakur, his granddaddy.
Wally is a good coach.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. I don't know about these other niggas.
No, the one training Ray Ford is Shakur's cousin.
That boy Shakur putting everybody on. He looking out for his family. That's what's up. He got his cousin over there with Ford making some money. Okay. Yeah, let's see what kind of job, see what type of game plan they come with May 30th. You know, it's gonna be a good fight if Oshaki Foster is able to pull that fight out, man. You know, and Shakur ain't got nothing lined up. You know, that's the fight to make next. If Shakur gonna stay at 135, that's the fight to make next. If you don't fight Oshaki after he beats Ford, you know, unless you moving up to 140 for a big fight or 147 for a big fight, that's gonna be a duck.
Fact.
Yeah, he did say that he would fight him if he beat him. I don't know if he's gonna stand on his word. So, you know, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. But particularly this fight, to Cam's point, if the weight cut is going to be an issue, you know, we're going to see how he looks. This is for his belt, right?
Yep, for his belt, 130.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Do you still have that interim belt at 135? You know, they fought for that when he beat Fulton. I don't know.
He dropped it. He dropped it.
He dropped that. Yeah, he
dropped it. Okay. Yeah, ain't no major belt. It's an interim. So he got a major belt at 130. So it's big.
What do y'all think about what do y'all think about Andy Hiroka calling out Shakur?
I always wanted to see Shakur fight Andy.
Well, why would Shakur fight him? Why don't you fight the guy that beat Hiroka? Fight Antoine. That don't make no sense to fight Hiroka. Hiroka got to get back in line, man. You know, he put on a good performance, but he came up short at the end of the day.
Man, fuck all that. Hiroka's a good opponent, man. Get in there and fight.
Why don't you fight Antoine and unify? That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying Hiroka a bad opponent, but Antoine should be fight. Fight the guy that beat Hiroka. Don't fight Hiroka.
I think Hiroka gives Shakur all kind of problems.
He probably would, but I'm saying who deserved the title shot. I'd rather see
Shakur and Antoine fight. That's a unification. I don't know.
A unification.
Well,
Yeah, unification.
Antoine said he don't want to fight Shakur until last. So guess what? These niggas is
And on
boxing
top of
brothers.
that, and
Yeah, I ain't like
I
I ain't
add
like I
to
ain't like
that,
to hear that
Dodger.
from him when he said that. I
I
was like,
add to that. The man Shakur said he really don't even want to fight at 140 like that. Just to add to that.
Yeah, you know, he only went up there for that easy TO lick.
You know what I think, Shakur? I think Shakur probably gonna end up signing with Zuffa. I think he's gonna sign with Zuffa and he's gonna go over there and make that money because he said he made a comment the other day saying that, man, I done what I had to do in the sport of boxing, man. It's all about getting that bag now. So he might go over there to Zuffa.
I don't know why people keep thinking
Why do they keep saying that? What is he
Dana
done?
White don't want people like Shakur and Devin Haney. He don't like that pussy ass style of fighting. You guys,
but Turkey is over there too. Don't Turkey own 60% of Zuffa? Well,
He
Turkey
not
won't. He
running
gonna be over
Zuffa
there.
though.
Yeah, you do.
I
See what
think
he gonna do?
Turkey
Go over
invested
there and
Shakur
fight
a little
like
bit.
De Los Santos and the Rayo winner and go over there and make some easy money.
The Saudis own 60%. Turkey don't own it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, go over there and make that bag, fighting Rayo, De Los Santos winner, and whoever else they can get them over there. Maybe Conor Ben down the road. That would seem like he.
It'd just be more proof that
that's what
nigga's
seem
a
like he gonna
duck
do.
ass pussy.
Yeah, if you go over there to Zuffa, that mean that tank fight might not ever happen. You go to Zuffa.
He
about
needs to get an
Dev?
opponent too. He's another one. Him,
Shakur.
Devin. These boys don't have opponents. Like, what are they doing? How long you gonna be out the ring? Shakur, you took no punishment your last fight. That was January, boo. What you gonna fight once a year?
So
wait to see who easy. Wait to see who easy work.
Yeah.
You gotta remember his hand. You gotta remember he got bad hands, so he's only gonna fight twice a year.
No, he's waiting on Turkey to save him and give him another payday. That's for sure.
Look at the intel, and then he wait for these niggas till he got to come up with a plan before he do anything. He don't fight nobody he know he can't beat.
Yeah.
He gotta make sure he got all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, and he know exactly what he need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think everybody kind of waiting on Ryan decision. Look like Ryan gonna fight Conor Ben or maybe fight Rolly. I don't know who's gonna be his next fight. And then once that happens, then I guess
He's fighting Conor Ben September 3rd, September 12th. I don't know why these boys are waiting on Ryan Garcia. Fight each other. This is getting on my nerves.
I think he's waiting on Ryan. If Ryan do fight Conor Ben, I think he might go to Zuffa. Shakur. I think he might go to Zuffa.
He was on Jimmy Fallon. They already said it.
Being juiced up. You know they both gonna be on the juice for that fight.
You talking about Conor and Ryan? That's gonna be a juice
they
fest.
both gonna be on the juice.
They was on Jimmy Fallon last night.
So why are they fighting on the same day Canelo fighting though? How they gonna do that? Canelo and Billy fighting over there in Saudi Arabia. Ryan
Nobody cares about
Conor gonna fight in Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Because nobody cares about
that shit
Conor.
last year in May.
Here
They did that
is
last
Ryan
year.
Garcia making his announcement.
So then, like Jay,
See, I remember that clip where that nigga
Ryan have people. That's him, don't he? Didn't Tank snatch his chain too? He gonna have to somebody else people know they can't just run up on him like that. They just be saying he's
you talking shit to my city mate.
So a reason why they will be waiting for Ryan because they want to see how that deal can get structured where he can keep his belt but yet still fight somebody on that side. So I think that's what.
Well, Conor Ben is number one in the WBC though, so it's gonna be for Ryan's belt.
That's what I was saying. It's a mandatory, whatever the case may be. But I think that's what they're doing too, Thomas. They're trying to throw him out there to see how they can structure this thing because they see what happened with Jao Bataya and what just happened with Richardson Hitchens. So they're trying to see if they can maneuver it somehow so that they can get these fights and these guys can keep their belts. But that's so stupid. That's so stupid.
It's simple how they gonna do it. It's simple. It's simple how they gonna do it. Yeah, they gonna fight on ring cards. They gonna say they signed and they only gonna fight on ring cards.
Canelo's fighting the same
in the morning. In the morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the morning over there, but it's gonna be in prime time over here though. When he fought,
it's gonna they're gonna fight in the nighttime over there, and yes, I'm telling you how they did it last time. They did it with the Tyson Fury card, and the other time we had the card.
Yeah, he's fighting in the UK though. I'm talking about when Canelo fought Skull. That was over there in Riyadh. That was over in Saudi Arabia. They had to put that fight on early in the morning for it to be on in prime time.
Do you remember we had another card in the afternoon? You remember we had another card in the afternoon?
Yeah.
No, you had to call the day before. We had that ring card in Times Square. That was a Friday.
with Haney and Ramirez, and you had Ryan and Rowley. That was that Friday night. Then the Saturday was the next day. That's when they had the Canelo Skull fight. You know, we had
You
a
remember
double
when they
header that
had the
weekend.
they can do the time at any time they feel like it. It's gonna if they're gonna have two ring cards, it's gonna be at the same time, OG.
Yeah,
They're just
I
gonna have
would
to
imagine.
split it in the morning
Yeah, I would imagine they
and
put
split it
Canelo
at
on
night.
during the day. They're trying to put Canelo on during the day, but they got the structure
No.
time in Saudi Arabia where Canelo be on during the day, and Ryan and Conor being in Las Vegas obviously have to be on at night.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the same thing. OG, it's gonna stop. That shit gonna start early in the goddamn morning, and they gonna go through, and it's gonna go all the way all day. It's gonna be a whole ring day, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna be from two different locations. They're gonna be in Saudi Arabia, and then I guess they switch it over and go to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Why you think the Mexicans mad at Canelo? Because he keep goddamn making them get up at 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
Yep. That's gonna be a good day of boxing then. Hopefully it's gonna be good. We got
Hey, a
Canelo during
good
the
day.
day. We have Ryan at night. That'll be a pretty good day of boxing. So I'm down for that.
I got the
Hopefully
ring
both of them
pass
have
for
good
it.
undercards.
I got that stupid ass zone pass for that.
Oh, you did, Dondra? You bought that DAZN pass.
My dad uses the zone too, so it's like I gotta get it because I'm not buying pay-per-view for both of us.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I wasn't gonna spend no damn $500. What is it, like $4.95 for the year or something?
I buy $45 a month, nigga, and it's on my goddamn other card. I turn it to cancel that bitch.
Listen, I told you what happened with me in the zone. They just started raping me for the damn $20 every like 2 days. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Nah, it's a card I put my money on. I gotta put money on that motherfucker for them to get the money.
See, I messed it up because I put it on my bank account card instead of like one of my other cards. I just put it on my bank account. I went to my bank. I'm like, hold up, the zone tripping.
That's what they do with all the subscriptions. They be hitting your account hoping you don't notice and shit.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Nah, I don't play no game. My bank tell me if something charging twice, they gonna be, hey, did you know they charge you twice? Nah, cancel that one, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was like, whoa. My joke
was
is on automatic. I guess they just don't care.
Shit. You gotta talk like Bill Haney. I need my money back.
I always miss the first payment, so I know when I gotta pay it again. So I pay it by myself. They're like, "Oh, the zone's about to go out." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Then I go pay the $45. Y'all not gonna get me, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess I should do that. I was thinking about the year thing, so I wouldn't have to like keep doing it, but maybe I'll just break it down because it's like getting too much every month with their pay-per-views and all this other stuff. It's getting to be a little bit too much. I'm not really checking for them like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to my credit card because I'm gonna just have it come off my credit card and just pay it back.
Yeah. I don't know. They be doing too much though sometimes. But all right. So I mean, listen, we got some more fights. Usyk with his tie. So and then we got Dimitri, and then we got Shakur Stevenson car. What y'all watching that Dimitri Bivol? We expect him to beat that part, right?
Yeah, where's that fight gonna be on? From what I look at, they don't have no platform showing that fight. I know he's fighting over there in Russia, but
this will be on the zone.
Oh, the zone picked the fight up?
On the zone.
Yeah, it'll be on the zone.
Okay. I looked at
it. It's a ring card. It's a ring card.
Yeah.
Okay, the zone pick it. Okay. Yeah, he was taking care of his mandatory. You know, I put as a mandatory and IBF.
Yeah.
Take care of that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Benavidez going back down 25 pounds and fighting Bivol. I don't know about cutting that much weight and fighting Bivol, man. I don't know about that. Once you move up, that's too much weight to be dropping.
I think that's why he's taking his time losing the weight again. I think that's why he's taking his time losing the weight again because he said I can make it, but it's gonna take me some time to get down there safely. So he ain't gonna fight till maybe September, October.
Yeah.
Well, he said, that's what he said. He said he wants to take that September 12th date, but I guess he's not going to do that now. But Eddie came out and said that they're absolutely looking to make that fight. So
yeah, Eddie's smart. They want to make that fight. They banking on him dropping on 25 pounds and being weak at 175, not being the monster that we seen at 190. I mean, at cruiserweight. That's what they banking on. They looking at the Roy Jones.
Don't be surprised if that's the main event. Don't be surprised if that's on the ring card and that's the main event, and Ryan is the co-main.
I also think that's why he
September?
his weight on.
Can he drop that amount of weight that quick? What we in May? We in May. That's 4 months from now. Yeah. He should be able to drop that weight. Get him. You got to make sure you do it, man, the right way, because that's a lot of weight to lose.
Man, that nigga Benavidez black, dog. I don't care what nobody say, dog. That's why the Mexicans don't like him, dog.
Yeah, you said Mike Tyson called him the Mexican monster, so
everybody Mexican about Tyson. The Mexicans don't rep that nigga. That's why we on the boxing voice holding these niggas, because the Mexicans don't like this nigga. That's why we all there to see all the different fans' perspectives, nigga. And I was like, why I don't like Benavidez? He the monster. Because if that nigga had a can of Murray's and a do-rag, that nigga has some 360s. Nigga, look at this nigga here.
yeah, he got kind of like a Danny Garcia vibe. You know, they try to say Danny Puerto Rico. He went over there from Puerto Rico, but the way he act and the way his mannerism is, and you a brother, Danny. Ain't hung around a lot of brothers.
Now they ain't rep Daddy because he's just not from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico be like, if you ain't from the island, nigga, don't come over here with that shit.
Yeah.
That's what
his hair cut low like Benavidez, though. Saying I had to cut like a brother.
Ecuadorians got black in him, nigga.
Yeah.
All right, so listen. Earlier, before I let y'all all on, and I want to get y'all all perspective on Devin Haney, right? We saw how he was calling out Xander because Xander has 2 belts at 154. Do we think that he will call out the window of Boots versus Xander?
No.
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
Devin Haney has been out of the ring since September 22nd of last year.
November 22nd.
Yeah, I'm sorry. November of 22nd of last year. We saw Brian already fight again, but Devin has no fight in sight. And that $100 million announcement, we heard nothing else about it. So who do we see Devin Haney fighting? I mean, we know that he is the master of, magic, no opponent in sight. But who do we think? We know he's going to call out this nigga and then go fight somebody else. But who realistically is available? Because his mandatory and Ryan Rolly's mandatory, we know they about to fight. Shakur told him, get out of here, kick rocks. Ryan that already went over there to fight Conor Ben. So what's next for Devin Haney?
Well, he got one fight left on the deal with Turkey. Remember, he signed a 3-fight deal. The first fight was Ramirez, and the second fight was Brian Norman Jr. He got one fight. I think his best bet is try to get the winner of that Kabayel Ilyasov. They fighting this Saturday on the Usyk kickboxer card, and hopefully Turkey give you a decent amount of money to fight the winner of that fight over there, maybe in Saudi Arabia or wherever they're gonna put that fight on. That's probably his best bet. I don't see nothing else out there really.
He fighting Kelvin Davis.
Yeah, the 3-fight deal is cap. They was on a fight-by-fight basis with him. It wasn't never no 3-fight deal, because if it was, then we'll be talking about that third fight right now. Then we ain't talking about that. We talk about Haney to Zuffa right now. So the 3-fight deal was cap. It never existed. Turkey Alycia doesn't value Devin Haney right now. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to send that boy over to Zuffa. He's valued fucking Ryan Garcia, the same man that whooped his ass 2 years ago, more than he fucking valued Devin Haney right now. And that's just the fact of the matter. And I asked people earlier on my show, and I asked the Haney fans, why does Turkey Alycia values Ryan Garcia over Devin Haney? And nobody couldn't give me a fucking answer about it. I'm still waiting on the answer right now to this day, since earlier today.
He like that style better than Devin Haney style. Devin Haney is a pure boxer. Ryan Garcia knocks people out. He puts people on the canvas, so he likes that style obviously more. Remember he said the Tom and Jerry? He don't like the Tom and Jerry. That's them type of fighters are kind of like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson to a certain extent. He's not really a fan of those fighters. Even though I do think he like Shakur, I think he views him higher than he views Haney. That's why you're hearing him actually got a legitimate person saying that he's got a Zuffa deal on the table and negotiating a Zuffa deal. That what they was talking about with Haney was from Bill Haney. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. So Haney's got he is a champion. So eventually, even if nothing happened, a mandatory will get called and it go to purse bid. Somebody bid on it, but he'll have to take a significant pay cut. The fight is mandatory, but he would get a fight in. That might be his last resort, but we just have to see, man. He need Turkey to step up. If Turkey don't step up, he's kind of in no man's land.
I thought he had a 3-fight deal.
That's what I mean, right?
They should be a little angry.
Hold on. Let me say this, right, to JB. Y'all keep saying, and not just you. I've heard other people say it's too. Turkey need to step up and give Devin a fight. What is he? They daddy? They Santa Claus? Like, I don't understand this. Devin is an independent boxer, right? He prides himself on not signing with nobody because these promoters this, these promoters that, but he's always sitting around somewhere waiting for one of these promoters' generosity. You know, he had the perfect opportunity to fight Rolly Ramirez. It was a unification fight. Rolly brung the network. Rolly was offering 50-50. Why the hell he didn't take that?
Yeah, you're right. He didn't want to bet on himself. You know, he used to getting guaranteed money. He didn't want to. He say he'll star. His dad say he'll star, but they didn't want to put that to the test. So they want that guaranteed money. You know, that's what Crawford wanted. You know, he wanted guaranteed money. They got a lot of fighters out here want guaranteed money. They don't want to go with the PBC model of eat what you kill type of model, where you bet on yourself and your money is not limited. It's not capped. You know, you could do great numbers and get 20 million if you do good numbers, but if you getting a guarantee, you only gonna get a certain amount. So they rather. I guess they live by the philosophy of bird in hand beats two in the bush. But sometimes two in the bush is a good way to go. You know, if you believe in yourself, you know how to sell a fight. You got a good mouthpiece, and you're able to get the casual along with the hardcore boxing fans to buy your fight. That's the key. That's what Tank do. That's what Canelo do. So, Haney don't believe in himself like that, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's 100% correct. He definitely doesn't believe in himself because he had this opportunity with Teofimo Lopez. Do y'all remember? Bob told him if you can meet the 150K pay-per-view threshold, but he didn't want to do that either. So it's hard to believe that y'all are running around here like some bosses, or at least talking like bosses, and y'all moving like employees. You know what I mean? He's constantly trying to make his son out to be some type of big deal, but when the shit hits the fan, we see that you're still looking for a handout, which is why probably Turkey's like, listen, man, I'll get to you when I get to you. And quiet as it's kept, I think he was trying to get him knocked off in that Brian Norman fight.
Yeah, I think he was too. I think it was a whole plan to get him knocked off, and he won. He's like, God damn it! So now Devin, Catterall and Giasov are fighting each other, and Catterall wants to fight Rolling. He doesn't want to fight goddamn Devin.
A quick question.
He wants to fight Rolly. So if it's mandatory, goes to fight. If that winner of that fight is going to fight Rolly, I think that was the whole plan of it. Like, hey, whoever wins this fight, you're going to go fight the winner. Supposed to be Rolly and Devin. And since Devin pulled out, they said, well, y'all going to go fight Rolly now. So that's what's going to happen. And then Devin going to fight Kelvin Davis.
No, man, that man can't fight no Kelvin Davis.
He said Kelvin
Davis probably lost to Cisco the other night. You know what I'm saying? He might have lost Cisco.
Kelvin Davis going to put the beats on him. Kelvin Davis going to put the beats on him.
Dondra, you got to stop this shit. Listen, you got to stop this shit, Dondra. Dondra, you got to stop this shit, baby. Listen, we gonna keep it realistic now, at least.
So there's a question though. Isn't Devin? I'm not sure about Devin, but I know for sure Shakur is an ambassador to the ring, correct?
Yes, he is.
I don't know.
Yes, he is.
I know Keyshawn is. I know Abdullah is. I don't know. Is Shakur Ring Magazine?
Shakur was the first of them.
Oh, he was? Okay.
And somebody else was the first of them. I thought
Shakur was the first
one. Yeah, I thought Dev might have been one. But why is Turkey pushing other fighters than his ambassadors? That's another question I'd like to know.
Because Devin fight like a hoe. That's why. He fight like he don't want to fight.
Wait a minute.
Like
hold on, Dondra. Ask your question again, Thomas. You kept going in and out. Ask your question again.
Oh, my bad. Am I clear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I thought Devin was an ambassador, but I for sure know that Shakur was an ambassador. Ryan has never been ambassadorship with Turkey and with the ring in Riyadh. Why are they pushing other fighters whom are not ambassadors over the people whom are ambassadors to the actual movement that they got going over there?
Good question.
That's a sign of ultimate disrespect.
Yeah,
because Devin fight like a hoe.
You know,
who want to fight somebody do? Who want to see somebody do 70 punches and 32 holds?
Yeah, I think Brian Norman Sr. said it after the Brian Norman Jr. fight. He said Turkey wasn't happy with that fight. You know, he said that's what he heard. So you might be, I might be right. He might not be. He's too thrilled with putting on another Devin Haney fight.
Fighting did you see Devin doing that fight? Like, when did you see him coast it? What round did you say that took place?
Round 5. He had a good 4 rounds. He dropped him, and that was beautiful knockdown. Hit him with a 2-piece, got him out, got him touched the canvas. But after the 4th round, it was a lot of grabbing and holding, and it wasn't no good. It wasn't a good watch after round 4. Really.
And his fan base said that was a masterpiece for all 12 rounds. I too said that 4 rounds he gave us quality fight. Then after that, that bad boy was on his skates. And I'm talking about you know when you start doing that coasting from side to side, going backward, doing the moonwalk. This Mickey Fricky was out there moonwalking in the ring.
Yeah, he was what you call sitting on the lead. You know, it's a sports phrase, sitting on the lead. He was sitting on the lead, man. He didn't press the gas and try to get that boy up out of there and really put on make a statement. He didn't want to do that. So Shakur got a little bit of that too. He should have stopped Teofimo. You gotta stop these guys, man. You piecing this guy up the whole fight, man. Step on the gas, man. See if you can stop this guy.
JB, did you hear Shakur though? He said I was trying to knock him out, but he started fighting back.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, he gonna fight back. He ain't gonna lay down. That's good. He fight back. Ain't mean opening it up on you. Now you got some opportunities to get him up out of there. You want him to open up a little bit.
He don't want opportunities to get hit.
Robbie, I gotta pull that clip for tomorrow show, sis.
Yo, and they had him on camera smiling when he was saying it too. Like, yeah. See, I was about to knock him out, but he started to fight back. So, you know, I don't want to be. But the thing to me is just in that fight too, he had a chance to get him out, like Jab said, and he didn't press it. And I think that, you know, they are very graphic over there. They want to be entertained. And for their ambassadors not to be entertaining to the point where, you know, you no longer extend them, they supposed to have the first say of all. In the pecking order, they should be the one that's going to eat the food and drinking the water first. But yet, these Mickey Frickies ain't got nothing for them? Not nothing? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, Thomas, you burning the house down with that one for sure.
Yeah, he's been out of the ring since November, right? November 2025. So it's been a minute. He ain't got nothing lined up. Like I say, he probably should have took the Rolly fight, like Jab said. He take the Rolly fight, man. You know that he'd probably done some decent numbers. You probably wouldn't have made what Turkey got you in the last fight. Well, you'd have made some good money. You know, you'd have been unified champion if you'd have won.
That's a good win too. That would have been a solid win too.
It's a good win. It would have affirmed his brand, and then they could have really said, "I am a promotional company," because you put up. Because they supposedly had made in 4 years 136 million. So of that 136, you couldn't put up 3 million. But J.A. Dixon made a fantastic comment just a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rolly hit too hard though, and that's the thing people want to see. Is your chin still broke? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Rolling very awkward too. He seemed to get it. You know, he throws punches from an awkward position. He seems to always able to land power punches at a certain time in the fight. So if your chin is not strong, and if you got a weak chin or chinny, yeah, it could be a problem. So,
and you can't clinch.
And no one wants to admit.
Strong. You can't clinch Rolly.
And no one wants to admit that Rolly's been getting better. No one wants to admit
he's been getting hella better. Fudge all that. He's been getting really big. Whatever Salas has been doing with him, he has been absorbing like a sponge, and he looks like a boxer now. Looks like somebody that knows what to do and knows how to execute the game plan. So, you know, he is getting a little bit more dangerous, and he do got that strength factor that people, I mean, everybody that done got hit by him say that Mickey Fricky hit like bricks. So, you know, he is a threat, even though, you know, most people think he's the weakest link. But I'm gonna say
Devin
that
still wins.
You said what?
I think Devin still wins it. He may have to work for it though a little bit. Like it's not gonna be an easy lick, but I think he still beats Rolly.
But like Ty said, you know, it's risk versus reward, and they like more reward with limited risk. But my man J.A. said this. He said it between I believe it was between Commander and Sexy Kendra, but he said, y'all ever seen a new company try to make a splash by signing guys with names and then not telling the public?
Yeah. That's that.
Facts.
You know, Devin Duckett, the toughest man in Ireland, Paddy Donovan. He don't want to smoke with anybody.
What's Donovan? He's a matchroom fighter. Paddy Donovan.
Matchroom fighter, yeah.
So that fight ain't happening. You heard what Eddie Hearn said about Haney. That fight not happening. They Donovan gonna fight the one of Crocker and Paro. Oh, they fighting over there in Australia this summer, so he's gonna get the win of that. They hope he's gonna beat Crocker Donovan. That'd be a big fight over there in the UK.
People think he beat Crocker the first time.
Yeah, a lot of people do think that. You're right.
Y'all think Turkey trying to pressure Devin into taking a fight that he don't? want. Like he's like, all right, I'm gonna just wait you out until you gotta absolutely fight. Cause
He will definitely stop asking for so much money.
Like what fight?
Just don't fight.
Like what
I don't
fight?
know.
Patrick
I don't
Bell.
know.
Hold on, Quadir. Patrick Bell, shout out to you in the super chat. I appreciate you, my boy.
Oh shit, we about to make a little change up in here.
Now what you were saying?
I'm saying, is he trying to pressure Devin into taking to a fight that he don't want? Like, you know what I mean? Is
But
it
what
gonna be
fight
like, I
could
don't
that
know?
be though?
I don't know, cause like, look, I mean, that T.O. Shakur fight, I don't know if T.O. really wanted it or they made him take that because he got his shit
Yeah,
whooped.
T.O. did look like he wanted that. He really did.
He got his shit pieced up, right? So it's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna stall you out. I mean, Turkey know how much he really making? Who knows? I don't know.
You know, he could, if that report is true. I don't know if that report was true about Michael Carpenter, but if he turning down a fight because he don't want to go to 144, that's 3 pounds. You know, that's 3
Come on,
pounds. When you
dog.
fought
Yeah,
Jose
bro.
Ramirez at 144 2 fights ago. So it ain't like you just ain't, you know, been I was at 144 5 years ago. You want me to go back down? No, I ain't like that. It was like 2
Yeah.
fights ago. So I don't
Thing
know
with that, he's
why
scared to
he
risk
wouldn't
that
take
O
that
too.
fight.
He might lose that. He might lose that if he take that.
And that's the
Respectfully.
type of money, that's the type of fight where he'll make the type of money that he's accustomed to making, you know.
Right.
Netflix, if that's true, they put up the money
Right.
for that fight, or Turkey, you know.
You talking about for Pitbull?
No, I'm talking about for Shakur. Shakur and Devin at
Devin and
144.
Shakur, he might lose that. He could lose.
Oh, that would be a hell of a fight, though. That
It
would be one of
would.
the fights that
You
I
already
know.
got Bill Haney saying that they ain't going down to 144 for Shakur.
Yeah, that's 3 pounds. That's crazy, but
He
you
acting
know.
like he been fighting at 147 for 10 years though. How many fights he got there? One?
Yep, one.
Or technically two, right? Anything over 140 is
And the
technically
thing
one.
about, yeah, like you say, it'd be 144, but it'll still be for his belt. Anything over 140 it could be for the welterweight title. 141 through 146 it'd be for the welterweight title.
You
So
only been there 2 fights,
Technically, you
bro.
ain't supposed to fight for the title unless it's the 147 weight limit.
Yeah, but they've had
They
catch
let
weights
niggas
for
fight
titles. As
title
long as
anyway.
it's above 140,
Manny Pacquiao,
it could
we
be
fight
for
for
the
titles at
welterweight
catch
title.
weight.
Even if
Yeah,
they just
Canelo's here.
fought, that'd be a hell of a fight though. That'd be a hell of a fight if they just fought.
And that'll show them that they actually looking for the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for them to prove. That's what I'm looking for them to prove, that they actually really looking for the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really looking for them to prove. Finally.
They both just looking for easy licks. That's what it is.
Exactly.
I think Shakur probably in a stronger position. He say, look here, man, who you gonna fight, Haney? I got options. I can sign with Zuffa.
Who the A
He
side
ain't
in
got no
that?
damn option. Shakur ain't
Hey,
got
here,
many
your
options.
Shakur got to be the
like
A
Devin
side in
or
that,
Brian
right?
Norman.
Shakur got to be the A side in that, right? He headlining, Dev not. When the
Yeah, he
last
done
time
a
Dev
main event
headlined?
with Turkey. Yeah, Haney ain't
You
done no
talking
main
about
event.
between him and Haney?
Yeah. Who would be the
Ooh,
A side in that?
interesting question. That'd be an interesting question. Who would be the headline?
Because how can Devin make demands if you technically you ain't headline since you got your bell rung? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and did you and that was really Ryan Garcia. It really wasn't you to keep it a buck. So I mean, if Shakur, like, I'll fight you at 144, technically doesn't he have to concede? You
You make
might
a hell of
be.
a point, man. That's the reason why they wouldn't make that fight either. Because if he can't control the A side, see that make you
Yeah,
forget.
he can't adjust the game settings to his likings. He got to play on Shakur settings, and that's a disadvantage. Remember, he don't take no fight unless he know he got the advantage. Come on now.
That would have to be a 50-50 fight, though. That's the definition of a 50-50 fight. 50 for Shakur, 50 for Haney. Man, that's just like with Boots and Zayas. They doing 50-50. That's a 50-50 fight. Ain't no A side.
No. That was Xander being generous because Boots has absolutely nothing to offer Xander. That was Xander Desire being generous. He didn't have to do 50-50.
Yeah, he could have got 60-40. You're right. He could have got about 60-40. But that let you know that he's he believe in himself. He wanted to make the fight happen. He didn't want no obstacle stopping that fight from happening.
Yep.
And he's trying to get him to do like a 5% go to the winner, 2% go to the winner and stuff like that. That boy said, I said, you crazy, man. I gave you 50-50. I ain't have to do that. And you trying to get a winner's percentage? Nah, man.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to do that. So I agree 100% for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait for that fight. That's gonna be one of them fights you're gonna be excited for anticipation. That's probably the biggest fight. That's the most exciting fight I'm waiting on the rest of this year. So far, they got lined up.
Yeah, me too. But all right. Any closing arguments, y'all? I think we covered everything I wanted to cover. Let's see. Devin, I talked about Mr. Footloose's goddamn self. We went over Claressa Shields and all of her glory. But I mean, what do y'all think should happen? I mean, we know that Lily said she's gonna do something, legally. So we'll see what happens. As far as Claressa running around here talking about MVP can't ban her, she's clearly delirious. Anyone that's hosting an event can ban you from their event. I don't know what's wrong with this girl. I really don't know what's wrong with this girl. Talking about they can't ban you, sweetheart. Yes, they can. What are you talking about? They can absolutely ban you from. They can absolutely ban you from their event. So I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Yeah, you was a guest there, and they felt that you caused a lot of confusion over there, basically, and they banned you. So she, like you said, she can't be at the MVP. Anything the MVP involved with or putting together, you can't be there right now until they decide to lift it.
And that's the thing. If you even decide to continue to go to their events and them escort you out, like, why would you want to invite that kind of drama? It's like I said, she's looking for drama. Because if they tell you don't come to their event and then you show up at their next event, like, you only doing that to start problems. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason you would do something like that. And I would just hope that she's learning. I don't know. I can't even tell what she's learning because as you can see, she's still trolling Alycia on social media. So clearly she ain't learning a damn thing. So she's going to have to learn the hard way. She's going to have to learn the hard way. My mama always said a hard head make a soft ass. So we're going to show them, see. We're going to show them. But I don't know.
She was talking about she's supposed to have a fight coming up though. She's talking about she was fighting Lauren Price. Fighting in Atlanta somewhere in New York.
Lauren Price is 147 pounds, which is your big behind. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you are going to pull girls up from where they are, why don't you go down to where they are?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be at 154 or 160. It might be some kind of middle ground.
She said it's going to be at 160. It's going to be at 160, but you're still pulling her up.
Well, she's going from 175 down to 160, and she's going from 147 to 160. So they both kind of 15, 13. That's kind of like middle ground.
But you can't find nobody. You can't find nobody 160, 168. Why you got to pull this girl up?
She ain't got nobody. At heavyweight, there ain't no names there. We got Raquel Miller. We ain't got nobody up there.
Yeah, Raquel Miller. But why are you up there then? If you stop eating rice on live, smacking like a cow, and get yourself disciplined, you don't have to be at 175. You choosing to be up there.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah. Well, a lot of the boxers saying, man, she need to be more.
You don't think it's You don't think 147? I think at the most 154 maybe.
Like yeah, she can't get to 147. No. Claressa can't get down to 147. That's ridiculous. I don't even think she can make 154 comfortably. But I think at 160 she'll be fine.
Okay, that's not bad. That's 15 pounds.
Claressa really that big like that?
No, she's just undisciplined, in my opinion.
Yeah, she one of the smaller heavyweights. She be outweighed, but her skill level is so high that she's able to still win up there. But she's really, like I said, she's probably really 154, 160 pounder, really. So
exactly.
Yeah. That's what she's looking at. Lauren Price, then maybe she try to get a Michaela Mayer after that. But didn't Michaela sign with MVP? So that could be out the question. So her options are limited.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't think this whole situation through for a couple reasons, right? Like people like to say maybe Alycia baited her. I don't agree with that, but hey, let's go with it, right? Even if she did bait you, look at the entity around her. MVP. All the girls that you could possibly make fights with are under MVP. What if they just decide to freeze you out? Then what you gonna do to get that
smaller weight classes in Claressa Shields over there?
What you gonna do to get that? She ain't fighting nobody at 174, 175. So I mean, it really don't matter.
Bring us to MMA. You get one of the MMA girls to go over there and fight her.
Yeah, ain't no big name at heavyweight or whatever. Like they don't have many divisions have, but it's not no big fights at heavyweight. Like that's why she's trying to get Lauren Price. Lauren Price has a little bit of a following over there in the UK, so they could have that market in the U.S. market. They could put on a big fight. She was talking about Atlanta or New York because everybody like, damn, why you always fighting in your hometown? So she's trying to get her next fight outside of hometown and show that she has some drawing power outside of Flint, Michigan. So
But
we'll
that's
see if
going to be a
she able to do
mistake.
that.
That's going to be a mistake because she doesn't, and she knows it, which is why her last 9 fights have been in Michigan. She don't got no drawing power outside of there, so she needs to stop that. If she goes across seas, it'll probably be that little girl's audience more than hers, But no, she doesn't, and she doesn't. Claressa needs to revamp her whole brand. She's really taking a hit with this married man thing. The continuous attacks of Layla Ali. Like, she has to get this together, man. She really does. For somebody who is as decorated as her, she should be way more liked and loved than this. No blogger that I see, no blogger, no content creator ever speaks about her positively. There is a reason for that. It's not everybody's against the dark-skinned girl. No, it is her attitude. It's the way she carries herself, and it's the way she's extremely nasty to other women, especially women that look good. She has a very, very insecure little girl pick-me attitude that she has to clean up.
Yeah, I didn't like the way she was trying to say she could beat men. I don't like how she went at Keith Thurman.
You know what
I
I'm
don't like
saying?
how she went at Rowley. I didn't agree with none of that.
Well, I understand why I understand why she did, because I know the story of Claressa Shields, so I understand why she's the way she is. And people, they don't market her to get people to understand her background and all the things she's been through in life. So people don't really understand. They don't.
No, Cap. We understand. We saw the movie. We saw her interview with Andre Ward. Stop making excuses for this girl's bad behavior. It's one thing when you're mistreated as a little girl because you have no control over that. It's another thing. No, it's another thing when you are a grown ass woman still running around here with the same mentality of a child. If you can invest in $90,000 to put on your wrist, invest the same amount of money, maybe even a little less, to sit down on somebody's couch so they can fix you, so you can be a better productive citizen, a better productive person. You know how many more brand deals she would have if she had a better attitude? No, the hell she ain't. She's a terrorist.
Why she gotta have a good attitude though? Mike Tyson didn't have a good attitude.
You want to know why she
Mike Tyson didn't have a good attitude?
Because she's a black woman.
Conor McGregor threw a dolly through a bus and almost blinded a girl, and then people just forget. They just don't care about that. They have to, like,
you know why? Because maybe no, Cap. This is a pattern with her. This is not the first thing that she's done. Claressa is a recycling headline for negativity. When is the last thing positive you saw in the news cycle about this girl?
Did she give water to people in Flint or something? Did she get like...
Nigga, she was like 21 when she did that. Stop playing in my face, no Cap.
I don't know how she was, but did she give water to the niggas? I don't know.
Oh, bye.
I'm pretty sure she do positive stuff, She had a song with about Papoose. Wasn't that positive?
Okay, bye, no Cap. Thanks for stopping by, baby. Okay. We'll holler at you.
I just want to hate on Claressa, man.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Ain't nobody hating on her. Anything I state about that girl is facts and nothing but facts. I don't talk about her aesthetics.
Why she got to be perfect? That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say she got to be perfect, but at least she can do is be decent. You can't be on lives calling people bald-headed, calling people ugly, calling people black, and expect people to support you. And then you run around here with a married man. You run around here disrespecting an icon, and you expect people to still support that? How many? Even men boxers don't do that nonsense.
Over Layla Ali. I was going in on her over Layla Ali, but that's old now. It's like,
no, it ain't old. Saturday. You didn't see the interview? After that wild animal assaulted Alycia Baumgardner, she went on to Fight Hype and she was talking about Layla Ali. She doesn't know how to keep that woman's name out of her mouth.
I didn't know all that.
Hey, with the Papoose situation, he's separated from Rima Ma. Is he in the process? They're not even separated. So he's not even trying to. He's not even trying to get a divorce. Is he going through the process of getting a divorce, or what's going on?
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. There were separation papers filed, and then they were taken back, and they were filed by Remy and also taken back by Remy. So, and that was about a year ago. So, no, there's no paperwork on file for either one of them. Filing for a divorce. I don't know what they got going on, but it's nasty work. And if he really cared about her, he would go ahead and get a divorce from his wife, so people can stop calling that girl a mistress.
Yeah, he do need to do that. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I didn't know what the process was. It was one party trying to hold it up, not making it difficult to get it done, or what?
Even with that, you can get a divorce contested. You can get a divorce contested, even if the other party don't want to let you go. All you got to do is go up in there. Listen, I ain't sleeping with this person. We have irreconcilable differences. I want to separate myself from them, and they will do that for you. It may take like 6 months to a year, and then boom, pal, you're done. So I don't want to hear that crap either. Somebody need to do it.
Yep. Yeah, that's
That would help negate a lot of her negative backlash if this man would go ahead and file for divorce. Clearly, you don't care that they calling your girlfriend a mistress. You clearly don't care.
Because it's Papoose. Yes, how does she even meet Papoose? Nigga, who is Papoose?
Remy's husband.
Like I said, he's not. He's a guy.
I ain't never seen a Papoose CD. I ain't never seen a Papoose album anywhere in the world. Nigga.
She said he made 12 albums in 1 year.
Nigga, what they name a Papoose song? Nigga?
He's an underground rapper, basically. Basically, he's what you call an underground rapper. You know, the rappers know him, the rappers know him, but he's not known to the mainstream at all. So
don't nobody know you, honey.
Nigga, I'm a rappers. Nigga, I ain't never heard a Papoose song.
Nah,
Papoose is one of the I always skip that shit because that nigga used too many words.
Yeah, he's a mixtape guy. He was on a Touch It Bring It remix with Busta back in like 2003 or something like that. But outside of that, I mean, he ain't really got nothing.
He rap like an amateur. Like he rap like a nigga that first started rapping. Like you try to rap as many words, rhyme as many words as you can in the bar and shit. Like he
like Donja, we talked about that earlier, baby. We talked about that 3.7 million that Shakur and T.O. talking earlier.
This shit is bizarre to me. Like how this nigga's still alive, nigga.
What? What does that have to do with anything? No,
how this nigga still in the game, nigga. Like this nigga accomplished zero
in the
music industry, but he
ain't no game. He's not in no game. What is you talking about?
I said the game, not the game. Like, how's he in the game? Nah. He ain't made one hit record his whole career.
He ain't because Remy's my husband. He's Remy, my husband. That's why.
Right, because he's attached himself on to Remy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's for whatever reason he ain't had no hit. So, you know, he's an underground rapper. He's like an underground Common or somebody. He just ain't never really.
He's a bum that uses women, and that's what he does. It's like, come on, man. Anybody can see this shit. And I ain't mad at the nigga. You gotta get it how you gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? But shit, it's still just this is bizarre, bro. It's like you think people around Claressa would be looking out, but like, what the fuck is this? But you know, maybe I'm just sort of outside looking in. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, we all see what you see, baby, and everybody can't be wrong. And even a broke clock writes twice a day, so it is what it is. But I will tell you something. She needs to pay her taxes, and he needs to get a divorce. And she needs to learn how to conduct herself in a public setting, especially in a business setting. Boxer or no boxer, you are at an event. You're not in the ring. Y'all not in the parking lot behind the chicken house. You know, y'all are in a professional Netflix event. Conduct yourself as such. And if you don't know how to conduct yourself like a young lady, stay home. Simple as that.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Jack. You don't think Alycia should take any kind of responsibility for saying, you know, I'll whoop your ass right now? She got to take some of this responsibility. It can't just be all on Claressa. If you say you're gonna whoop somebody's ass right now, you gotta be accountable for that, for your words.
But she didn't touch her. This is what I'm saying. Like, and I get it, right? You have to be accountable for your words. In regular, real, everyday life, sure. If I see you, JB, and I'm threatening you, and you decide that you want to strike first, then hey, we on the street. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about millionaires. We're talking about at a Netflix event. If I say something to you at a Netflix event, as long as I don't put my hands on you, you can say whatever you want to say. Now, first of all, both of them backstage arguing is ghetto to me. You know, y'all are at an event. Alycia, you are dressed beautifully. Claressa looked like she came there to fight. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But me personally, I'm protecting my money. I'm going to protect my money at all costs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worrying about you, girl. Pop your shit. I'm going to go to a different section. As long as I don't feel nobody hands on me, as long as you don't just spit at me or put your hands on me, you can pop all the trash you want to. You know, listen, say whatever you want to say. I see you ain't touching me. You can talk all that trash. Do it then. Do it then. I would have waited for her to hit me. I wouldn't have made the first, because now it looks like you're the aggressor. You went back there, y'all argument. You know, she's saying whatever, you saying whatever, and then you put your hands on her. Claressa don't know how to do stuff, man. You got to wait till somebody attack you, then you stomp them out. You can't just be going and attacking people, especially when this girl is 40 pounds lighter than you. You look like a bully.
Yeah, I think she got goaded. I think it was set up. Not in a traditional sense of a setup. I just think they got the argument. And Alycia said, "Okay, I'm gonna say this, get her to swing on me. Once she do that, I got her. I'm gonna sue her. You know, I'm gonna make her life."
I didn't know the beef was that strong.
No.
I didn't know the animosity was there. I thought it was like some friendly talking shit. I didn't know it was that serious to where she had slapped.
Yeah. But Claressa was telling her to keep her name out of her mouth, talking about her and her relationship with Papoose. But then it went to another level when Alycia said, you know, I whoop your ass right now. And then she said, you easy work. So
she
that's
said, "I'll
when.
whoop your ass to Claressa Shields."
Yeah, she said, "I whoop your ass right now."
Anybody, what you
Then she said, "You easy work." Then you easy work. She said, "I whoop your ass right now." She said, "You easy
Okay, so
work."
I'm gonna
So
play this one last time and we're gonna get up out of here.
yeah, and after
Child,
that, she said,
listen,
"You
I
easy
don't
work."
care what she said. I don't care what she said.
I here fucking out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me. Shut the fuck up always.
Get out the way. I want to get in there. No, no. World Star.
I know you gonna whoop no ass.
Not right now.
You
I'll
gonna whoop
referee.
no ass, Alycia. Who asked you to whoop? You are.
I'm calling her to get
As you can see, Alycia was assaulted by a wild pit bull in an open arena. So she was assaulted by a wild animal that worked their way into a classy event, but that's neither here nor there. I think they tough. Yup. Me too, Stills. Me too, baby. Me too. You right on the money. Yeah, but anyway, y'all, that's pretty much what I got. Any last comments before I shut it down? We've been up here 3 hours. I ain't gonna keep y'all in here all night. I know that's right.
We got
You're gonna pay me for my pain and embarrassment. You're gonna pay me for embarrassing me, you dust bunny. You're gonna pay me. The ghetto.
Like I said, slap me to get views. Now I'm gonna sue.
One-headed quit. I ain't messing with you tonight.
Y'all want to talk about Devin Haney soon, but y'all want to case for Baumgardner. See what people
first of all, no. There's a difference, no cap. They were not in a boxing ring. If they were in a boxing ring and then Alycia sued her, I'd be frying Alycia right now. Devin Haney got his ass whooped in a boxing ring and then decided to roll out of that ring, pick up his jaw, and take it to his lawyer's office.
Because he got ostracized. He got
attempted. Okay. All right. Thanks for stopping by. No cap. Thank you, baby. Such an illuminating conversation every time you on my panel. No, but listen, it's a difference. You know, they were in a boxing match. Okay, so the Osterine, if that's why you want to say Devin had the right to sue him, cool. Alycia and Claressa were at an event. They were not in a boxing ring. Okay, and I don't care if I'm popping ish to you, you popping ish to me. My thing is, why you slap me and jump back then? If you really want sauce, you're supposed to come forward, not move back.
Because security there, she just got the
child, please.
And then she said she got hate. You say she got hate when you run your mouth. I hate when you run your mouth. I guess she slapped her and stepped back. But if Alycia should have been trying to get to her though, she should have been trying to. It should have been like a pit bull trying to get to her. I don't care if you jump back.
She did right. She did right. I'm going to the hospital. I need to make sure I'm okay. I ain't got no time for that. I gotta go to the hospital. I'm on the phone with my lawyer as I'm in the ambulance. I ain't got no time for that. Child, please run me my money.
An ambulance would be a slap. That's like a misdemeanor charge, ain't it?
I don't care what kind of charge it is. Run me my money. My face hurts.
Now run me my money. Provoke somebody into a fight, so you slap them.
Oh my goodness. I felt it. I want to know how I can get in on the lawsuit. I felt it.
It was loud. It was loud.
Yeah, I felt it. My cheek hurt. Now look here. Run me my money. Yep. You want to act like you crazy? Okay, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
All right, JP. Any final thoughts, baby?
Yeah, we got a card coming up this Saturday. We got Usyk versus the kickboxer, but I got some other fights on the undercard I'm kind of interested in. You got Kabayel versus GWOAT. Yeah, I like that fight, Kabayel and GWOAT. I like what I seen. It's just been a long time since I've seen him in the ring. So we'll win that fight, being prime position to fight for a title. We got Richard Torres versus Frank Sanchez. I think that's gonna be an interesting fight. I think that's an eliminator.
Yes.
And we got my boy Shiraz coming back. Hamza Shiraz coming back after he knocked out Berlanga. He's fighting for a world title against Bibek. If he beats Bibek, I think he gets Canelo. If Canelo beats him, Billy.
Yep, I was just about to say that people are upset about that, saying he has an easy route to Canelo. So people are upset about that, and don't forget that Canelo has one fight left after the Billy fight, and I think they're trying to make that Hamza Shiraz. So that's definitely for sure. I'll be watching that card for sure too. For sure.
Yeah, and the backdrop gonna be good. They fighting in Egypt and stuff, so I just want to see the whole atmosphere, how they look on camera, how they look on pictures. So I'm excited for that fight. Really, the undercard, not the main event. But I'm excited for some of the fights on the undercard. So gotta be this Saturday.
Me too. I'm watching the main event too. I can't believe they sanctioned these fights for this kickboxer. I really can't believe that. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they got to get their bread. I ain't mad at it.
Yep. Let's see what Rico do. They say Rico got good hands for a kickboxer, so we'll see. Maybe if he can. I don't know. Like I say, boxing and kickboxing, it's more closer to boxing than I say MMA is. I will say that. And they say the guy's got skillful hands, so maybe he's able to hold his own as far as stand up hand-to-hand combat. Maybe he'll be able to hold his own and surprise us. Maybe put on a better fight than we think it's gonna happen. So
you know what? I hope so. My fear is that what fight was that, y'all? We saw them fighting, and all of a sudden that nigga started kicking. Wasn't that oh God, what was that boy name? I forgot. But my fear is that Usyk start putting hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on him, and then he just roundhouse kick Usyk in the face. That's my fear, because they're gonna always revert back to the no, I'm just saying they always gonna revert back to what they know. You know what I'm saying? What comes first?
It's not gonna work on somebody like Usyk. I see the clip you talk about where the guy was boxing the dude that he kicked him, but that was like an amateur. Like the dude boxing, he had his hands down, like he was he was taunting him because he was just running, so he got frustrated. They kicked him in the head while he had his hands down.
I'm sure they got something in the contract though.
You're not gonna kick a real boxer in the head, bro. Like I've seen boxers fight kickboxers in kickboxing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they have something in the contract though. If you do that, you're gonna lose a whole lot of money. We probably talking about millions. Yeah. If he kick Usyk, he gonna cost himself a whole lot of money. Yeah, it ain't gonna be worth it.
Usyk.
But I'm teasing.
Usyk, he ain't gonna have his head on the line. He ain't gonna be out there with his hands down, flopping around.
Whatever.
I mean, the other guy was doing it because he was out of punching range, so he was like taunting him. So he just kicked him in the head out of frustration. But it did. That shit was crazy though, because he knocked him the fuck out with that kick in the court.
You see?
I'm surprised they ain't rushed this nigga in the damn motherfucking ring. The quarter.
That's what you can invite if you do something like that. Conan come in. Oh, that's what we doing. Okay, run out there and start swinging on his Conan. Then it's a melee. We'd be like with Mayweather and Gotti when they started fighting and everybody jumped in the ring. Did the melee. That was crazy.
That was Zab Judah too, wasn't it? That Mayweather, who was that? Father, uncle jumped in the ring. One of them.
Yeah. When Zab Judah blatantly hit Mayweather low on purpose because he was getting pieced up, and then Mayweather came in there, jumped in the ring, and then Zab Judah Daddy Joe jumped in the ring, and it was on. Mayweather went sat down and said, "Man, I ain't losing no money. I ain't getting involved in this."
Exactly. But there's been plenty of times that people, like even in I'll give y'all an example of in the ring things that happened when Mayweather was fighting Victor Ortiz and Ortiz headbutted him. Mayweather sued him, and that was an in the ring fight. You know what I'm saying? So I would absolutely sue the shit out of Claressa. You bugging? Damn sure would, suing the heck out of her butt. But all right, y'all. All right, JP. Thanks for stopping by, baby. And no cap. What are your final thoughts, child? You're so illuminating. What are your final thoughts, baby?
The end of the Haney era is at hand. A desperate situation. And I say like this: if Devin Haney beats Keyshawn, if he makes the fight, it beats Keyshawn, I stop hating on Haney. I stop hating on Bill.
Really?
I stop hating on Sean for about 3 or 6 months. I take a break.
Really? I don't believe you. I give
him more credit. I say Devin Haney is the best at 147 if he beat Keyshawn.
Okay, now you really got to go. You really got to go now.
I would say Devin Haney is the best at 147 if he could beat Keyshawn. I would say
security
Devin Haney is.
Look at you. Got tongue tied with your lies. Oh my!
I think he's still. I don't think he did nothing. He beat Lomachenko, a guy who I really don't have any. He just Lomachenko, like he's a good guy, 122 pounds or 26, 6. Say he ain't been in the Matrix in a long time. It's a long time, dog. Old Smeagol ass motherfucker coming back. Talk about Loma's back. They post that picture. Loma's back. Who cares? Loma can't steal a family dinner in the Ukraine. Nobody cares.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Loma was strategic with that though. Loma was strategic. He waited till that top-rank contract ended.
Duct tanked. Enough time went past. Maybe thinking people forgot. No, we know you duct tanked. Take your ass back to fighting Bun. Now he want to fight Navarrete. Easy work. They try about no tune-ups, man. I'm just sick of the Loma chain. He Devin Haney try to capitalize off a hype job, try to get hype off a hype job, and then try to ride that into. That's why I hate.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, No Cap, for stopping by. It's always a very lovely conversation whenever you're around. Okay, well. Thank y'all. Okay, y'all. So that was no cap, everybody. Round of applause for no cap. Child, have mercy. The moral of the story is you need to learn how to conduct yourself, man, when you are in a setting of professionalism. I understand things get heated, but sometimes when you just act impulsively, it can cost you a lot, cost you your brand. Now it's gonna cost you access, child. And it's gonna cost you some money. So she really needs to just learn how to conduct herself. As far as the cards coming up this weekend, I can't wait to just see what is going to happen. Y'all don't forget to check out Amari on Friday. He is headlining his first Golden Boy card. Shout out to Amari Jones for sure. And then y'all know next week we have a slew of cards. We're gonna be back and forth, back and forth. We got the Oshaki Foster card. And we got the Dimitri Bivol card. So it's going to be definitely the end of May is definitely on fire with fight cards, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all behave, honey. If y'all, yeah, thanks, Lee. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I don't know what's going on with your notifications, Sin. I'm starting to think that you somewhere cheating on me. Don't play with me, boy. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just go back and watch it. I mean, we just covered basically the animal attack that we saw on the Netflix event on Saturday night. We covered Keyshawn and his interview yesterday. If you guys haven't checked it out, you can go check it out. He talks about wanting to fight Devin Haney. He talks about Tank clout chasing, of course. He's talking about I guess he mentioned Kid Austin. I must have missed that part, but apparently he mentioned it because Sassy Skull, he came out and said that he would accept the fight. So we'll see. We all know that these boys fight more on the internet than they do in the damn ring. So who knows? But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all nights. Y'all be safe. And until next time, catch mother on a panel. I am gone.